immigration thing.
He has one. Cole has one card that San Antonio wants.
Attention Dallas Tech. The Trailblazer Poker Tour makes its first stop of 2025 at Texas Card House Dallas and TCH Social Austin from January 21st through February 3rd. 21 big events, including the $400,000 and the $1 million guaranteed multi-flight no-limit hold'em tournaments, plus PLO and hold'em high roller events. For more details, visit texascardhouse.com. Attention Austin, Texas. The showdown at the Capital $20,000 guaranteed tournament is here. $300 buy-in. Only at TCH Social Austin on the last Saturday of every month starting at 12 p.m. For more details, visit texascardhouse.com. Attention Houston, Texas. The Trailblazer Poker Tour is coming to Texas Card House Houston from February 26th through March 10th. 10 big events, including the $100,000 guaranteed multi-flight and the $500,000 guaranteed main event. This is your second to last stop to rack up points in the Trailblazer Points Championship. First place wins a Chevy Trailblazer SUV. More details at texascardhouse.com.
Yeah, but it's always fine.
Well, good evening, everybody. This is Uncle T here with Samantha at TCH Social Austin on a foggy Wednesday night. And we are up for 5-5 no limit hold'em at a full talkative table tonight, and we're going to do our best to commentate infrequently, let you listen to them. Got a good group tonight, all familiar faces. Kevin is E1 Barber. Fresh, Manny Fresh. Oh, Manny. God, Manny's putting Fresh at the end of his name.
Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh. Yeah, that's awesome. Dante is in seat 4. And Sahid Poker is in seat 7, so it's a little bit out of sequence there. Steady Eddie is in 5. James, just James.
Just
James. And Saeed Poker's in 7, as I said. And Cole with me. And Douglas is in seat 7. And everybody looks like they bought in for 2,000, except for Steady Eddie for 1,500, James for 1, and Cole for 1. As we get ready to kick off tonight, I hope everybody's at home, snug and warm, no matter where you are. It's pretty warm today.
It wasn't bad. It's a little dreary.
Yeah,
Sure.
it was very Seattle-like, or London maybe is better.
So,
So, those of you that are in the chat already, we welcome you, and we hope that you will chat with us frequently. As Megan starts to couple up and deal, one thing we do want to point out to you, the Hijack Poker app, play poker online and earn real cash. Just scan that little square box in the middle. And I just got on that this last week.
I'm going to get on it this week.
You are? Good, good, okay. So we're going to have 100% participation.
Yeah. We're in.
We're in. We'll put that up from time to time if you want to scan it. That's what I did. I actually scanned the QR code the last time I was in the booth and unloaded and played this week. Had a great time playing some PLO. As Megan rolls out, looks like we're going to do a bomb pot to start with, as we always do for $15. And off we go. Like I said, chat with us. We love questions. We love comments. We may even make you a superstar and put you on the screen if you make nice enough,
If I was
funny
involved, I
enough.
want to know if someone had. I want to know if someone's tilted.
I just leave it on my TV.
You mean that's all you
As
watch?
background.
Is this a match
Like you have it on repeat?
Yes, it is. I believe so. It is a match the stack. Makes our buddy Doug and Seat9 very, very happy. He always makes sure that he gets
To top it off.
he tops it off. He's always topping off the thing.
TVs and radios?
All right. Board number 1.
Both.
Yeah, I
I
have.
mean, I would check out Landman.
I don't even
That's
have a
pretty good.
radio.
Might be a nice
I got FM radio.
I don't.
check.
I like the one person
Like normal?
who.
I'm gonna check.
Not too interesting of a board. No pairs. Diamonds on the top.
Like
Kevin's got a queen, and he's open-ended on the top board. Not much on the bottom board. I'm sorry, that's Barbara that I'm looking at. And Barbara's looking at his cards.
Manny's got a set of 6s.
Yes, he does. And there's-
Dante set of 10s.
Yes, he
I mean,
does.
kings.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said pot, whatever.
Don't really see diamonds yet, but we haven't rolled through all the players.
435. I didn't hear you say pot. I apologize.
Let the action catch
7, 8, 9 fold. See, 1 fold.
I might just like play one hand if I lose this. I might just play
Is this
one
the only hand you're
hand.
playing? Is this the only hand you're playing?
If I get second, it might be the only hand I play.
The ace of diamonds, but I see no diamonds anywhere to be found.
Mm-mm.
So the set of sixes are pretty good, but it's tough having bottom set.
And then James, just James has a heart draw as well as
I have 3
I call
At
it.
the
other things
dummy
going
end.
for him.
Yeah, he's got hearts and the dummy end of the top.
Yeah,
We're
We're
like
like
50-50.
$50.
Yeah.
Looks like we
Oh,
just
we
got
just
right
got
to
it
it.
in, yeah.
we just shove it.
Here we go.
You're insane.
All right, this is how we started off last week.
Wow.
Huge first hand.
There you go. There's trips.
Oh, 8. Okay.
There's the diamonds,
Well,
but
chop it up.
as we said, there's
Well,
none
there's
to be
the
had.
kings filled up. Oh, and then the
Yeah.
straight on the
We got
top.
kings full.
Yeah, that's going to be a scooper.
I have a straight.
Yeah.
Chop it up.
No, we're splitting this one.
Oh, it is. It is. Oh yeah, the 8. Yeah. I was looking
They
for the
highlighted
Jack
it
10.
for me.
Yeah. Amazing thing graphics make it so dummy proof, and I still dummy it.
Nothing on the other. Wow.
It's okay. It's a lot to look at.
That's
I
true.
thought it was. Yeah, I thought he had queens and kings.
Queen the king?
So I thought he had a set on the other.
Oh,
board.
look at that. That's adorable.
He's always so excited to see his dad on the stream, and his dad is who?
All right, 5, guys. Small blind.
If you don't want to disclose, that's fine.
Yeah, chop.
Yeah.
Well, good, Emily. I did not know that. I'm trying to remember who you rooted for last week. So I should know.
Let's look at this table. Who has a 2-year-old?
Ah, gosh. Yeah, that could be all of them.
Yeah. Oh,
Except I think Seed 8 is the youngest candidate not to have a 2-year-old, but he's certainly old enough.
No, you drink 40. Just black coffee.
1 call.
Cold.
A couple of small pairs facing the Queen 10 overs,
boring drink.
pre-flop.
Black coffee.
It's a man's drink.
Ooh,
There's
big
the
king.
hand.
Decaf, that's a real man's drink. Decaffeinated
Big
coffee.
slick man.
Decaffeinated black coffee.
Whiskey.
Non-alcoholic beer.
My dad
That's right,
drank a
Bart,
lot
like,
of
don't we have a
non-alcoholic.
problem?
And he does push some chips in towards me. It looked like a 130. No. Oh, 170.
Yeah, my dad's dad was an alcoholic, and so my dad wouldn't touch beer, but he liked the taste of alcohol.
I think my
I was
wife's
worried he'd get
not
addicted. Like,
Well, they've got the non-alcoholic
Huh?
craft beer.
This is
Like,
not a
alcoholic IPA.
live stream of the confessional booth.
Yeah.
We'll just let that one slide.
Glasses or less, or like, is it like a bottle?
Oh, probably, not quite a bottle, but there has been bottles.
Ace King only wants one caller, if any
Yeah, she's
callers.
watching right now,
They're here to
apologize.
isolate.
She has really good taste in wine.
The guy with the dad bod. Oh no.
Like I said, all the candidates.
Yeah,
The guy with
oh,
the
she
dad
is
bod.
one.
I'm looking at Barbara right now, so I'm going to
That's
say,
just
yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of a
I mean,
dad
yeah.
bod. It's definitely a dad
Yeah,
jacket.
that Manny's already on the beach.
The Barbara's thinking about it.
Excuse
He's
me,
going
we
to give
were
it
all
up
in on the-
as you
we were all in on the
should.
Next time I get a
Although I will
text-
say, Deuces have been hitting
I mean, we're
sets for
Oh
me lately.
man, Deuces
Yeah, okay, I got
ruined
that.
my
That's what I
night the
wanted
other
to
night.
know.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Did you get to flop a set and
Next
get
time I get a hand
crushed?
like that,
I
I'm-
had
Gone
kings
blue
and they
all in.
flopped this set and
Oh,
got crushed.
you lost.
I didn't
to
see the
deuces.
deuces. Yeah, I was like 9-4 deuce, safe board for kings.
Oh man.
Ah.
By one thing every two
So
days.
just James is the father.
Ah,
know.
just James.
Just
We
James.
found the father. He's big
Wow.
bone. That's funny,
Big-
you guys.
I had the lowest pair and
People
like,
used to
man.
say that way back when. Well, he's just big
Yeah, I mean,
bone.
I was like, do I
No,
want to just
he's eating a lot of burritos.
Yeah, I won't even look.
Yeah.
You're ahead.
We love
It's
James.
just
I
as
love
good as
playing.
Queens.
that.
Oh, see, now everyone's gonna get a high percent.
I know.
I would flip.
And he drives quite a ways to get out here.
yeah?
Yeah.
I would even flip for.
Smattering of ace and king
You're
and
more aggressive.
Barber looking at 8-4 and is gonna
I'm more
call
of a lay in the weeds.
in the button.
They're not gonna let it. They're not gonna let it.
Dude. Yeah, bad. Really tight.
I mean, it's ace king. It wasn't like a.
I'm not.
Not a
yeah.
calling hand.
Is this really a limp pot?
Oh,
Yeah, you guys suck.
Six players.
I can't remember the last
I
time.
didn't want to- I don't want to play this
Manny
hand.
with a 10-3.
Yeah.
I was in a.
What a believer.
Mhm.
I'm gonna check.
I'm gonna check
I don't know how this
the
happened.
limpers.
5,
Nobody
6,
hits
6.
anything anything. There are no spades to be had.
And we
there's
have
no
so many cards too.
Well, we got an eighth at
We
Barbara.
got
He's got
an
middle pair.
8-4
I'm the button,
kicker.
right?
Yeah.
I can tell for a minute. All right.
That kind of tightens the ship up a
The
little bit.
10-3 likes their hand a little more.
Yeah, a little bit
I'll do a
more.
pre-check.
Nobody's really putting money in. Looks like Manny's going to bet his open-ended.
4 call.
No, I'm gonna try to go with like.
You're not
I'm gonna try to get
100.
teens. I'm gonna try to go with the teens this
Oh,
time.
Manny's at 100.
Probably going to get it
Manny, go
through.
for 100.
Everybody's
100,
just
yeah.
completely
Manny's
good.
going for 100 VPIP, they said.
He does get called by Dante because that is what Dante does with second pair. And a miss, Dante's good.
Yeah, but
That's $10.
Manny makes the bet to
I got 10
Yeah.
five.
test it.
That's good.
4 bet 10.
That's good. 10 high is good.
What
calls
a
it.
read.
He calls it. Oh, nice.
What a dick move.
Why? He's lying.
No, I want to look at his hand. I want to see his hand. Yeah, it's a 10 high.
He really was.
Table to 10-3.
Over his ship.
Everybody loves a
That's
clairvoyant.
awful.
Yeah, right.
$10.
Now, if he
Peop-
said 10-3, I would have been super impressed.
yeah, that would have been freaky. That would have been a
I
little
want to play
freaky.
my damn hand. Dude.
All right.
What
King
hand?
9. King 9 is my hand.
That's my hand.
Well,
I actually had
so-
that in.
Very much like Negreanu, he knew what the hand was and he
Yeah, can
called.
we get a floor
Yeah.
on TV?
Dante and Negreanu all the time.
Did you hit
They do talk a lot.
We get like
Split screen
Not the
CNN,
girls
Fox
tennis
News.
guy.
Wow.
Sounds
very what's the word I would
The
use?
same thing.
I didn't want to use that word. It's very progressive of you.
I mean, that's not.
Nobody
I'm
asked
just
me
saying
when I
it.
asked
A
this
couple of new players
Say
that
on the
got
legs.
7 and 8. We will Cole and Saeed. We will Saeed Poker.
I'll watch men.
We'll kind of keep an eye on them. I don't have much of a profile in either one of them. Introduce myself to them, but
Federer?
Really?
Djokovic just
No,
retired.
he's not active.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
oh, there's a
Djokovic.
decent hand. Barbara.
I love Judge James putting in a 5 with $5 of Queen 4. That's
Yes.
fun.
Yeah, it bodes well for this team.
Yeah.
You can retire with it. I should have came over the
Djokovic is
top.
like,
You know?
he's the only one I got left. I don't know any of the.
5 check.
I mean, there's really no difference in straddling. I just put less money in the
No,
pot.
there's nowhere like Jordan.
3
but-
bet 20.
I guess I don't get an
That's what
option,
I
but
said.
it's unlikely it'll limp around.
But I don't think he's done. I'd be
5
surprised.
calls, 9 folds.
The Jets got their new head coach.
Yeah.
He's
Nobody
gonna be very
cares.
soft in that media. that
Nobody
he-
cares
he
about-
needed.
Hey, the Cowboys make a terrible hire, and everybody cares about that.
That market. But he failed last time he was a head coach, right? Wasn't he the Chargers? He was the Chargers.
I don't know if he was ever a head
I
coach.
thought he was. Maybe it's someone else.
Lethal.
No, I think he's only ever been a coordinator. I think it's his first head coaching gig. But he's been a coach for like.
So that means Detroit's going to take a drop.
Still a spade for Eddie and a king for Manny.
Heads up.
Heads up.
I mean, their head coach.
Yeah, for a fairly
If they
small
were played
hand.
From within, maybe
Free
they're
check.
still. I mean, they're very
We'll
talented.
check.
They have so many different
King
injuries,
5
they're
holds.
gonna be
Yeah.
fucking good next year.
It's going to be a real test of how good is Dan Campbell as a coach, really, because like he loses both his coordinators. It's like, okay, how good are you? How good?
And he's going to give this up there. Oh, he made a bet and he gets called off. The king and
Oh, you got
Yeah.
problem with a small bet into a
Yeah,
small pot.
$20 is hard not to call.
No, I paid $20.
I'm
just
paying
for the
20.
information.
I mean, yeah, I don't have to
It's like you wanted him to call.
All right,
Call me with Jack.
as we go to
You
the
got called.
4th hand of the night.
Manny did not get
Once
called.
again, we ask that you chat with us that often to see a few of you have joined us, and we'd like to hear from you. Maybe I'll ask you some weird question as we go on through the
Are you
night.
just
See
like a
what you
designated
think.
tip person?
I had this question I ask about what is the thing you least like to hear at the table. I think it's the most irritating thing people say at the table. We did that a few months ago. And that was,
Ooh.
yeah, because my personal one is when people say,
7 folds.
very much like Dante reading the hand there, oh, I knew what you had.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, gosh, you're clairvoyant. And then why are you such a bad player if you're clairvoyant? It's kind of
You're
like
doing it wrong. You have all this information and we're still.
you're still not making money.
Service if anybody needs anything.
I don't like the nice hand when they don't mean
The
it.
sarcastic.
Yeah,
Oh, right up there with nice catch.
yeah.
Yeah, I left my glove at home. What do you say?
It's not necessary to say.
I very rarely, unless somebody has something interesting happen, say nice hand.
Yeah, and I mean, there are nice hands that you can be like, "Wow, you played that really well. Like, you got me." But most people don't say it that way.
No, and what are they really saying? Nice hand. The dealer gave me the
They're
hand.
flicking you off. That's what they're really
They
doing.
are.
Yeah.
I don't say nice hand. I'll say nicely played.
Yeah, and that's good.
Young
and
man-
that means more too.
Yeah, a young man played this hand really well last night, and I was like, nice hand, or nice play, young
Well
buck.
played, yeah.
You know, he was, if you're gonna say something, be sincere.
No bluffing.
I have the nuts. Brendan's already voted for. I have the nuts. Yeah, that's something you hate to hear.
I love when it's I have the nuts and it's not really the nuts.
Yeah, actually, no, you had 13.
I almost lock in some key cards.
Well, I just thought
People
that
usually
was
say
right.
that when they have the best club,
Right.
but
Yeah.
that's not the best hand.
No, if it, of course, now if it hit
Get the quads.
your perceived ranges,
One of the
both
best.
our ranges.
Yeah, I didn't get any pizza, man. I had two fucking.
Oh, Brendan's coming with 2 good ones. I knew what you had was pretty bad. Really?
I knew what you
I
had.
love that hand.
Yeah, it's good.
You know, once again, if you're clairvoyant, you be better.
8 fold, 9 fold. 1 fold. 2 fold. 3 bet 15. 4 call. 5
Oh, it's the VPIP 100 still?
Yeah, I think it's
Is it 100 for him still? I think it is.
Well, and Dante.
7
Yeah.
fold.
Maybe play 4 hands, right?
Yeah. All right. Cost me
Talk
out.
to me in 2 hours, man.
Cost me out.
If I played every hand, there's the problem. For you guys.
Oh, there's a 2-pair flop.
Boink.
Myself or Manny and Kevin?
2 overs to the
Combined,
7s
y'all
and nothing
can-
for anybody
No, I
else.
got y'all covered.
Backdoor hearts. Idiot. Yes.
Manny, I feel like he's been
Kevin combined
in a lot of
y'all beat
pots.
y'all.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're only on hand 6.
You know, I will say that I've noticed about Manny's game and a couple other players is that they're a lot more active at the beginning and will show bluffs,
Yeah, you got
try to create a
You-
table,
you-
which is
Working on
smart.
that image.
Yeah,
Maybe me.
and
I didn't want to say it like that.
pays them off later on. a lot
Oh
of
my
times.
gosh, what a
Doink.
Did you
turn.
play any
And the hearts, steady's out. So Manny's not completely dead.
Second hand.
Yeah,
Not that I keep
you can
track.
hit a queen, an 8, or a heart
Well,
that
hearts, yeah.
Well, it doesn't count. So it's
that does.
felt good to me.
Yeah.
I think
Well, I
that
gotta be
Bacon
counter on the play.
put out the 5th card. She did. It's Jack of Spades.
No, he's got.
Went check, but this time
I always have
Sevens is going to bet, and he's going to get the bad news. Oh,
Luckily, that board became so wet that you didn't really
Yeah.
love your 2-pair by the end of it.
yeah, it really did. But with the hearts coming and the
Yeah.
straight draw, the 9-10, although it's hard to put somebody on that.
We can't get
Well, folks, we
get
are
everything out.
having up in Dallas
Up there.
the $1 million January 28th, which was yesterday.
That feels right.
Started yesterday through February 3rd, a title event for the Trailblazer Poker Tour,
Wait,
which
so what
we
are you
had
guys
roll
betting?
through
What are you
down
talking
last
about?
month.
I might take this bet out.
Actually, the month before, because we're almost out of this month.
So Kevin and Manny.
So if you feel like a drive
whoever
to
has
Las
the
Colinas in
highest
Dallas,
VPIP,
a lot of events,
Wait,
love the
they can't play every
Trailblazer
hand.
Tour. I've spent a lot of time with their
Doug,
It's not a
events
bad thing, but I'm
director.
just telling you.
Doug and Dante.
So are you going to travel up for any of that?
I'm comfortable around the
I
50,
played one of the
60.
events this past week at the start, the kickoff.
Yeah,
I
the
did
kickoff.
very poorly.
Oh, what was the event?
It was Hold'em.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it was
I would
the.
You always say that's your weakest game.
I
I
know.
would say probably 2 to 1.
I think it was a $400 kickoff. I played a
How about
couple
me and Doug versus
those one day when I was up there for a big O
Oh,
live
I'm just
stream.
gonna be out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah shot at me, and justifiably so. Nobody likes a know-it-all at the table, which is usually me.
This is true.
So Doug does get bottom
For
pair
the high VPIPs.
on
Not bad.
a very low board, but a straighty one.
I kind of like it. I kind of like these VPIPs.
Yeah. It might slow everybody up a little
You know what we
bit.
should do every night actually before the stream? Why don't
Not
we,
that they've
why
been
doesn't everyone
blazing
put, like, a
trails so
small
far.
bounty on like whoever has the highest VPIP.
4 is good.
It's like a great way to draw.
I think Manny's played every hand.
I think he has. His VPIP has got to be max.
I think it's 100.
I
Yeah.
think it is.
Love to see.
My VPIP last night was way too high for my PLO tournament.
And that's a good idea, right? I think
Lowest VPIP gets something at the end.
Those
What was that?
Those get banned.
As you'll notice, folks, we do have now the banner above the box that shows the cards on the flop. You will not see those cards before we see them on the video, I've noticed. So
I don't know why
that's a
this
new
thing's so
feature
high.
we got going.
Everyone puts up like
As
50
we
or 100
run
bucks or
across
something,
our
and then
stack
the balance is
sizes.
like 450
Just
or
James up
1,000.
188 bucks. Dante
almost $1,000.
and Doug are in the green. It's very early. Maybe we'll get some VPIP numbers for you later on, but
Everyone benefits.
Well, then the action.
I mean,
I played a Big O live stream this past week at TCH Dallas, and they have the neatest table. It like lights up when
with
the
the
action
rail?
is on you.
oh, really?
It lights up if
Don't
it
really
didn't
benefit.
scan
I
your
think I have.
cards.
I've noticed that.
Like it'll all turn blue once everybody has scanned their cards. It feels so like
Oh,
futuristic.
very, very, very high tech. I didn't know the blue thing. I
Yeah.
actually had seen the
Bottom pair.
See, but then you
I
have
believe
like,
the
like,
action.
like, at the end, so maybe like
Turn,
or the
$100 just to,
Yeah, give me something like
try
that.
and keep you out of the
10
bottom.
came on the river.
I mean, you can take two strategies. You can go for the
Yeah,
nine,
Sarah
or
took
you
a
can
shot
just
at me.
try to
Well,
leave it
it's
at the prop
technically the
level
third
and
nuts.
play.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sarah did.
Keep it there. You don't want to do it.
Ace 8 is ahead on this flop.
Yeah,
I got his copy too.
it's been kind of quiet so far. We haven't had any big pots except for the chopped first bomb pot.
8 looks really good now.
Yeah, Ace Jack is.
Should have seen that.
Yeah, he just waved his hands at the chips, and Dante wins that one.
Ace Jack, yeah. I don't know why I didn't see that.
So as these players go, what you're going to see is Dante and Manny play a lot of hands. Dante probably being the most aggressive. We have fairly tight players in 1 and 9, but very, very smart players. Some people don't like to be called tight, but sometimes smart is tight. Haven't really got profiles on the others. Just James is an average participation player, depending on his cards, as is Steady Eddie and Barber.
100.
No real hand grenade throwers, although Dante likes to.
Verbal.
Set up blind raise.
That's verbal.
Flash around.
Yeah, he likes to make a big sound every once in a while.
That's binding.
I'm sorry. 6 fold, 7
I thought
fold.
maybe
Yeah, Wild Hawk agrees with you.
Yeah, I
Nine.
love
That's a
it.
sweet
I
table.
love it.
1 fold. 100 is the bet.
You really made
A
it
couple of King
Usually
Jacks,
telling-
a
usually
King
telling
Queen.
everybody.
Can't expect much
Usually
from
playing
those
on good.
cards.
Just telegraphing.
Like Manny's hand,
2 fold.
I like it.
especially with no big raise. Although Doug came in heavy for his King Queen.
He said no limping today.
Yeah. But Doug decides to play a hand. He very rarely just floats
I
it.
thought there'd be no action today.
Who's ready to get cool?
You got that draw.
Wow.
Who's ready to get cooler, he said.
I do, please.
Raise your hand.
Amazingly enough, he crushes it.
Doug built it and it came.
But both the King Jacks have open enders. Backdoor spades for Manny. Nothing really for Cole.
3 check. 4 check.
Tough to play open ender against a paired board in your mind.
5.
In Omaha, for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely in Omaha. Yeah, definitely.
275.
I mean, I guess in this case, I mean, you could easily put Doug on ace queen here. So if you hit your open ender, it may not be good.
Yeah, exactly.
No longer zero.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Sam. I mean,
9 raise 600.
I have a lot of those thoughts at the table. Like, do I really want to hit this card?
Yeah, are my outs live?
Yeah, exactly. Go through your card removal thoughts first, and then you go through, okay, what if I do hit this? What does that mean?
Doug raised at 100 pre-flop. There is so likely to be an ace in his hand.
That's a really good point.
But also that queen in his hand, the raise with 600, it's just doesn't feel good to
Yeah.
I'm like, runner, open.
Manny.
4 fold.
It's show one, show all, right?
There's one King Jack down.
Oh, wow.
Ah, a big bet gets called. So we got our biggest hand so far, which hasn't been very
I
long.
actually like
Building
that.
1,700 in the pot.
Unlikely to chop on this one.
Unlikely. That is not helpful, and that's the problem with calling with that open ender.
Yeah.
Is now you're facing the second bet,
These two are really tight.
Yeah.
and Doug doesn't like the
Probably
heart
call you.
with the naked queen.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You want that though.
I had what you liked earlier. You said
Oh yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
So that's how I'm with the back.
Boy, he's looking
what
good.
makes sense to me would be to put steady Eddie
Yeah,
all in
Yeah.
for the 600 he has behind, but maybe Doug's trying to extract value.
Yeah, he is. He seemed very indecisive about his
Yeah.
bet sizing, maybe
It's
considering
interesting.
that.
Making the $100
But he
bet.
does want to get called, I think, at this point.
Yeah, maybe he knows that he's more likely to get called by not putting all of his chips
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, he may be thinking about, because Steady was not the pre-flop aggressor, he was, and was in an earlier position. He doesn't have an ace-queen. Gets called again.
I don't think Doug's worried about another queen.
No,
I
if
think
he is,
Doug's
he's hoping to
trying to-
extract
yeah,
it. Because, yeah, he
trying to
thinks
get
he's
as
got
much
it
as he
beat.
can.
Yeah, he thinks he's got it
But
beat.
there are some cards out there. There's 4 of them. 4 of them left.
Yeah. I almost wonder if he had that Queen 7 thought in his head. Would I get called by Queen 7 of diamonds? Which is really, really unimportant right now. He's going to put him in the
Man.
rest of the way, of course.
I don't think Eddie's going to call this.
No, he
'cause
can't.
That's
He
just
missed everything.
throwing away the last bit.
Unless he convinces himself that Doug missed this completely and was just being aggro all the way through. Nope.
No.
Big hand for Doug, 2,700. He made it at the end, but obviously that was an overbet to the amount that Eddie had.
Yeah,
Well, he's gonna,
that's a good fold.
or the 34.55 was actually made at the on the overbet. 27.85 to Doug. Big win for Doug early. He was very, very quiet last time he played here.
Like, I don't know the answer.
You showed a king of hearts.
Yes.
One thing I will say about that table up in Dallas, I had a really interesting conversation with Victor,
Probably king.
the
Queen.
uh,
I'm gonna go with king.
TOO, the TCH, statewide, about how that they had decided that the lights on under the rail actually caused greater eye strain out in the room, and that one of the things they didn't do that here was because they thought people would stay longer. There was a casino study that being in the line of people looking at cards actually caused greater eye strain.
Wow.
Now on the that's not really true in this very bright and open live stream area, but I thought that was fascinating that they had really made a decision not to have that light.
Yeah. I don't think I would want it all the time. I think it
was great for
felt
the
like a
stream.
game show to
Mhm.
me doing it on a live stream.
Yeah.
Where it was just like once, but definitely like if it were regularly out there, I think it would.
And you're doing a long 12-hour
Mhm.
session. Yeah, I could see where that really factors in.
I'm gonna go look. I want to know what that was. When you bet 100, I put you on
Sevens
aces
again.
king.
Maybe that'll be our pair of the night. You always seem to have a run of something.
Or queen.
Yeah.
Quad. I mean, yeah, I guess you can go down. Yeah, I guess you can go down.
Doug gets another good
Just for
hand.
teasing and trolling purposes.
See how aggressive he gets with nines.
It wasn't king queen suited.
On the button.
That would be.
Like
Does
the
Ricks.
bet.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, just call us, just James. Yeah.
That would have been a good one to pick from.
Oh, I understand.
What's that?
I was confused where the action was. I thought Doug made it 55, but just James.
Yeah, I didn't see James's bet. I think we switched angles there.
Yeah.
We're gonna blame it on the tech.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It's not us.
We're great. We
No.
try really
No,
hard.
we don't make mistakes.
Everyone's just gonna dissect. Everyone's just gonna go in and dissect
You
it.
lie.
Nice betting.
Clock me out.
Nice betting.
Ready to go on
Nice
now.
to show the king. Nice to show the king.
Manny trying to keep that 100% VPIP over
Yeah,
here.
yeah, and Steady crushes the flop.
Wow.
Matter of fact, he's got the check mark
Poor
already.
Doug.
Oh, Doug, he's got the nines over. This is just, folks, this is going to get ugly.
9 bets.
And
45.
Queen Jack, that's just hilarious. Who
And
put
s-
this hand
And
together?
Eddie had bought more chips, so he is now, he has 1,000. to start this hand.
Yeah, he's just gonna smoothly call there.
Oh, that's all you can do is just
There's no
pray
game.
smooth.
Yeah, there's no game.
That's the difference. He's
He's going to get a lot more good money into it.
What if a 7 comes on the turn, but everybody has a little something?
Oh, you got a mean streak.
Oh my God, the king is just as sad.
Doug and Dante?
Why?
No, that gives just James the
Oh,
straight.
yeah, we've got the straight now.
So
Well, I didn't even.
boats
I was
and a
like, why is the
straight.
king bad?
No one's putting up money. I wanted that, but
And
no one's
Doug's
putting
going
up
to put 500 in the middle in a very strong looking move.
Yeah, I mean, Doug's only afraid of king 10, 10, 9, and king. It's like, this is not the, this is a setup hand for sure.
Right up there, so you got to outperform Doug.
What does just James do?
How can you track it though?
What does Steady do? Everybody has a little piece.
Yeah, Steady is gonna Hollywood a little bit. It's really not Hollywood. It's smart play, and he's gonna make the call. He wants James's money in. Although I think he's gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, he's just gonna go for
He's
it.
gonna have a hard time imagining James calling with that strong a bet if he calls. So that's understandable play.
James might be able to fold because of all of this.
I think he has to. With 2 players ahead of him being aggressive.
That might be the best thing that could happen.
Yeah, I agree.
The more they'll likely get into the bet later.
For James.
And when he sees the hand at the end, he's going to feel really good about this fold.
615, 620.
So we've been in there for.
Neither one of these players really have the rep to do it, to get out of line. Obviously, Eddie's not out of line. He's super strong.
Doug either.
I mean, I would even be having my thoughts if I was just James of like, really, does one of these, even if I win this hand, am I chopping it with one of
Because
these?
he just wants to gamble.
Yeah, man,
He
same.
spread the pot.
There's more prop bets.
He's actually asking for a pot count,
No,
but
we're not about
spreading the
we want to
pot.
win, Manny. We don't want to be fair.
I don't care about winning.
You don't care about winning? All right,
I
never
do
mind.
care about winning, but.
All right, I want a new teammate. I want you.
I'll be Kevin's teammate.
All right, I'm
I'll
taking
be-
Dante.
I'm all about winning.
All right.
We're forming
I like
some
to win,
alliances
but I don't-
on this table.
Yes, they're already
I like that
splitting
fun.
into 2 parties.
I'm about half and half. I like
If I lose, I'm not having fun though. That's the problem.
I lose, I'm alright.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I think James is a good enough player to fold this
I
I
hand.
lost a shit ton. I had to get done.
Probably right now he's thinking, am I a good enough player
I don't know.
to call this hand?
Yeah.
Kevin won 8K once. Like
I would too. I'd be
I
very
was-
shocked mentally.
I was doing the comment. Whatever happened to that guy, Chris? The Buffalo Bills guy?
We're going to root for Dada.
Oh, he did?
Come on, Dada. Throw those cards away.
Oh, his wife says, I'll be shocked
And,
I
if
know.
James
Yeah.
calls. Oh, wow, the pressure is on.
Yeah, well, she knows her boy.
Doing well too. I saw him recently.
She knows her boy.
Oh, get out of
Daddy.
there, James.
Daddy,
He says it's too far for him.
run away.
Oh, my gosh.
Run away.
We've officially got weird.
If somebody just tuning into the chat, we have Just James's son.
All in.
Watch it. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no. And Doug snaps it.
First, I need
Everything went
Oh, this-
awful.
Oh, this is going to be the hand of the night,
I
folks.
called.
Doesn't matter
so
what we
I
do
wanted to
after
hit,
this.
I should just fold it. I don't know.
Oh, you're here,
Oh.
James. I should have
He
just
scoops.
folded.
You don't even have to run it. I almost called with 7s. For those
Well, buddy, be glad Daddy already bought your Christmas present.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's go.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Whoa.
We had a big hand.
Yeah, well,
What
one
a
of many
for
things you
sure.
could have said.
That's gonna be the same.
Doug wins.
What a monster.
There's another 9 come. I'm right here.
Straight flush.
Yeah, they roll the cards over so everybody knows.
Oh, wow.
You're going to listen in.
Just give it to him.
Yeah, just give it to him. He wins.
Just give it to him. Let's save some time. He's taking way too
Yeah,
fucking
he's
long.
dead. That was a Jack of Diamonds. We've been all since that was Jack of Diamonds.
Yeah, there's no, it's
Got
a
it,
lot
pocket 7.
already.
Yeah, it was on the
10-9 will
flop.
always win
Yeah.
this hand.
I really
despite
thought
the
I wasn't
time.
going to call. I was going to raise.
Yeah, they,
Wow, that's beautiful. Wow.
yeah, he had the check mark on
Almost a bad
the
beat.
flop, unfortunately.
That's quite a collision.
I mean, no, it's not a bad.
It's not a bad.
It's not a bad. You were ahead all the way. I mean, you flopped ahead. You
No bad
turned
beat.
ahead. You. I mean,
Yeah,
had a big hand,
but Steady
too.
had it.
Yeah, but you,
Drive in.
Nah,
Unfortunately, all the 9s were accounted for because of Steady's hand.
Decide, but
There was no
Yeah.
quads
You're
coming
not
other than
worried. King
10s.
10, pocket 10,
You're trying to
PR,
convince
so
him.
10, 9.
APR is low.
Great pot. Eddie went
Don't
from
worry about 910.
down
I wish
to
you
the
guys didn't
chip
think so.
lead,
But they are so,
or the
how are you-
profit lead, I should say. Wow, in a hand that he probably shouldn't have called off as deeply as he did on the previous hand, to flopping the stone cold, irrefutable. Of course, he didn't know that.
How much you had
Especially
on?
with
Nuts.
TVs. You're like, oh wow.
You didn't add anything on?
Crazy this game. 1 minute, you're up.
Put it on 1,000.
2 streams ago.
Scooping, stacking the chips, and
I
the
had a
very
vote.
next second, you have to put them back
I
in.
was trying to
Yeah.
talk you into it too
Or
much.
cooler.
Yeah,
Are you talking about the
yeah.
hand from a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a fantastic hand
I was
to
trying
watch.
talk you- next time I just I went back and watched it. I was like,
I'll be honest. I'm a little bit surprised at James'
Todd, you
call.
talked to me.
slathered.
Yeah, he had
Did have
quite a
powerful
regret
hand.
after.
What are you gonna
Sometimes
do,
it just
right?
there's like this block in your head. You know, like you see your hand and you just
Yeah.
want to look past what the other hand's
Why are you
doing.
Yeah.
Two people right behind you.
Yeah,
That's exactly what. That's a good fold.
It's hard to explain a hand like that, and for the players, you know. Once again, I always go back to the comedian Ron White,
I thought he had ace 10 and was
who,
like,
when he
well,
sat
it's
down
only
at the
for
poker
him
table
once,
for the
so
first
whatever.
time, he looked at the dealer and said, "Wait a minute, I can't see
thought you
everybody's
had ace 10
cards."
as well.
Like on TV, you know. I mean, we kind of make the joke, but
figured you
it's
both
like
had a
it's
10.
so easy to sit here and
If you both had a
second
10,
guess
I'm
everything.
pretty good shape.
But
Yeah.
these players play a lot together, and they know each other. And I think that
You thought it was
just
more
James
than
thought,
like a boat?
being in between the two of them, that Steady was making a bit of a heater move.
So much less.
He was not a heater,
mean,
excuse me,
it's hard to
steamy
see.
move from the previous hand, maybe.
Yeah, this table plays all the cards, so it's hard to see when they've hit or not for real.
Yeah,
You can't really put them on as many specific ranges.
yeah.
Like
It's,
if they want to play Queen 5, they're gonna play Queen 5.
and frankly, of the players at the table, this is my opinion. It's worth every penny that you pay for it, which is
Yeah,
nothing.
no. I
But the
mean,
only two fairly predictable players are Doug and Kevin, and Barber to some degree.
You know, carrying what
Everybody else is,
Y'all wild.
yeah, pretty wide ranges, especially pre-flop, and we've seen that already.
I mean, if he
So
folded,
Manny's
I
got a
figured
lock
he
on
was
this
gonna
one already. So we play hand 11.
I mean, unless a 4 comes, which
You got a mean streak in you. I mean, you were looking for the 7 on the 2 hands ago. You were ready
Give
to
you action, you get
Carnage.
Oh, I just got
Carnage.
tripped.
Yeah, we want Carnage.
I'm leaving
Hey, this
out.
guy
We're
goes.
gonna have Carnage, folks, in a couple
I
of weeks.
didn't
We're
care.
gonna
I
have
I know.
I thought you
let
had
the table die
Yeah,
down.
I wasn't a
I
bet.
thought
I
you
was
had
like,
kings, right, Doug?
you bitches
Doug,
right.
it looked like kings to me.
Asked earlier, but you were having a panic attack about
In a couple of weeks, we're gonna have a big
They
game.
didn't hear me.
The second Wednesday, which I believe is the 12th
I mean,
of February.
I think
We're going to have a 5, 10, 25 game. Some big name players that are going to come out and show up for this.
I'll call you to look you up.
P1000, Crypto Max.
Yeah.
Stash is supposed to be in the house, with or without stash. Last time I saw him, he had no stash.
Stashless cash.
The stashless stash. Modelo Poppy's going to be in the house.
I
Dante,
thought it looks like
Optimize, they win. Quite a few people still lining up a little bit on who's going to play.
I was wrong with it.
Josh,
Oh my
it's going to be a really great game.
And of course,
Come back
like-
for the 2-5 next weekend or next week,
That was fun.
and in a couple of weeks,
our table or the other?
a
No,
little bit of a larger game with some well-known locals
yeah.
and
I thought ace
well-known
10,
players.
queen jack, or-
You must have seen something.
Ooh, another bomb pot.
first and second bomb pot now.
I definitely thought when we said Carnage, you were gonna go into the menu, the pork belly sliders. I really thought that's not where this is going.
Actually, that would have been a better segue. That would have been kings for Manny.
Yeah, the other thing about bomb pots, you never have the nuts.
Jack 10 open-ended for steady. I see
I'm actually not
deuces,
gonna
but I
You know,
don't
one
see
thing I do
sevens.
like is
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
be
see
aggressive.
any.
I like
The only
it where
set I
somebody
see is
was
kings.
on the bomb pot.
Open-ender for Doug.
Straight draws everywhere.
Everywhere.
They get like 2,000.
Gut shotters. What a surprise.
10-8.
Yep, 10-8 got there.
Yeah.
Doug's got the strongest hand on a rainbow board. Well, you love that when you got the nuts
Super
straight.
rainbow, double rainbow board.
Double. Oh, it is. It is
Hard
double.
to-
Yeah, good
Doesn't
eye.
happen too often.
No, very rarely. You know, we're PLO players and mixed game players. That's what we look for.
We look for how many
Catastrophe.
yeah, how many hands can this How many rivers can mess up this
How
hand?
am I going to lose this hand by
Yeah.
the variance? That's how I got knocked out last night. I was holding the nuts on the turn, and then it disappeared.
You just made 5 more bucks. Right there.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, but that's something that, we talk about this bomb pots and PLO.
These are like the worst.
08.
rollers.
How am I going to lose this hand? Start with the nuts and work backwards. Even with 08, you're looking at the bottom end. What if my deuce pairs? Things like that. So 10-8 is still good, and the kings are still good as we start to gather in all the bets. The hand's gotten pretty good size, 3 players.
Tried to join the Air Force.
And the board does not pair on the top.
He was already ready to go into the
So the kings have got to be a little bit nervous. And the 10-8 is now losing to queen 10. But the 10-8 had the queen 10. So looks like we're going to have a chop on the bottom board, a quarter, I should say.
And the king's held on the top. Let's see if
Yeah.
they stay in there.
And with this not being a suited board,
I mean, I think
probably Doug is going to make a big bet here, and it might push Manny Fresh out, which means that
You do wear a lot of
the
black.
queen 10 is going to be a complete chop, quarter.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
yeah,
Barbara would
I'm
have
irritated
queen
at that.
6 on the top, I think.
Yeah, you can't join.
Now I think they've got to play their queen 10. Oh, he does. I'm sorry. I didn't. You're right. Sam saved me again. You're right. Barbara would get 3/4 of this pot.
That too, yeah.
Wild Hawk says, I don't completely understand this part. What is this? These are bomb pots. We play, we get four cards, pot limit Omaha, and we get the best high hand on the first board and the best high hand on the second board.
Right. It is not an 08 where you have low and high, like traditional Omaha,
Yeah, it's set up top.
or 08, I should say.
So for this one,
Kings stuck around, and
set of kings win the top board, and
it's going to be a
Doug
queen.
and Barber split the bottom board with queen 10 straight.
Well, good on Manny for sticking around with these kings. That jack was scary. You're putting a 10 on the bottom. So if somebody does have ace 10, see, that's the thing about PLO that PLO players talk about all the time. Okay, look at in a bomb pot. Look at what is winning the bottom when somebody bets. Okay, that's a 10. I don't want them to have a dangler 9 or a dangler ace on the top board. So I could be losing both of these. And even though there was a bet of 295, Manny stuck with his kings.
Yeah, I like that bottom board at all.
Okay, Jeff, so that's a really interesting, that's a great comment. I'm going to put this up here while they count out the chop. Lately, I've been feeling like Hold'em is a game of patience while Omaha is a game of cards. So I'm going to agree with you. Oh, okay, I didn't mean to put that one up. Sorry. that was a Streamlabs. So I'm going to say, yes, I agree with you. If you're a player that plays mathematical Hold'em, you have to sit around and be patient quite a bit. But you could be a different style of player in Hold'em. In PLO, you can be a different style of player, but you probably aren't going to last very long. If you're aggro, or if you try to bluff people off, you're not going to last very long at all in a tournament or in a cash game. So you might say that Omaha is a game of cards, but I'll tell you, I feel like there's a higher psychological skill level to Hold'em, and there's a higher intellectual skill level to the mixed games and PLO.
Definitely feel like Hold'em is more abstract, where you can have an infinite amount of. You can represent an infinite amount of hands, whereas in PLO, I think with the amount of cards everyone gets, it isolates what hands you can actually represent.
It definitely is.
I mean, you could have.
Hold'em is 3-dimensional, and PLO most people kind of see as 2-dimensional because you're taking the bluffing off the table most of the time. Although I bluffed a hand last night.
Oh my gosh, no, you didn't.
Yes, I know. So there's an incident that we had recently where I bluffed Sam off of her king high clubs because I had the ace clubs in my hand, and I thought it was a great time to jam.
Hey, whoa, no influence the action.
You don't remember that hand?
I remember it.
I'm joking. She couldn't wait for the 15-minute to go by so she could find out what I did. But I showed one card, which you pointed out.
Yeah, it's
Always a sign that I didn't have.
Did you
Yeah.
guys
Like
you're
you're
influencing
influencing
the
the
odds
Okay,
Okay.
I'm glad,
folded
Jeff. I
once.
mean,
You
I
got it,
agree
no
with you.
comment.
I mean,
My
Kevin's
thing is
folded.
tables
I'm
always
winning?
that
I guess so.
Hey, Dante, no
I
comment.
PLO
can't fucking
or
get
bomb
off.
pots
What happened?
are a good night of
can't
hold'em
call.
gone bad or a
Sorry,
bad
my
night
hand
of
was
hold'em gone good.
Every
I love it.
Or worse, you know, it's bad. But yeah, it's I love Sam's analogy about the abstractness of hold'em.
5-3K.
And we're with all
That's
the
what's annoying.
hands over here.
If I'm deep, I
Yeah,
fold.
well, we
King,
got a.
deuce, tray.
Who would have
If I had
known
like
that
300
in
or
4 people
I'm
in a
not getting
hand that the deuces would be most represented?
Yeah, right. I love to see
It's pretty close.
keeping
I
poker
mean,
alive.
if he folds, and then I'm gonna call the turn, and then I'm probably gonna fold the river.
Yeah,
but
Sam, I agree that you can. There's a ton more imagination to hold them.
Oh, the deuce 5 just folded.
What?
I'm not calling
Hang in a little
What?
longer. Find that gut shot.
Yeah, I mean, I usually
No,
don't recommend
totally
gut shots.
understand.
Yeah, but yeah, he's 8 in life right now.
Sure.
Oh, and
We
then
got weird bet
the
to take.
king high flush draw missed.
No.
It's flush draw, but it's still
Yeah, still good. And there was no
winning.
action. Barber takes it down.
Oh, you did?
I would hit the wheel, yeah.
It's close, very close.
At $30.
That's
bet.
where
Yeah,
I'm
Kevin's like, you called me with 2-3 offsuit.
Yeah, and you know what's funny about this is if you know
I wish I
Sam,
had more.
she
That's the fun
mostly
part.
doesn't play hold'em.
No, not too much.
I never buy for 2K.
You consider that your weakest game?
Yes.
I just hope that
Hold'em cash.
No one
I'm
else
really
is
getting
that.
into hold'em tournaments.
Yeah.
Except you.
Or some another color, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Tournaments definitely are. I mean, they're
I'll live under the
marathon.
gun.
The
Call
bigger
five, call
tournaments,
five.
especially.
I couldn't believe that.
It's even worse.
So that's where patience that
Yeah, test of endurance. for
yeah, the
sure.
patience
That's-
that he's talking about, Jeff's talking about, has to come into play. I have a tendency to be an impatient hold'em player,
Oh, me too.
especially cash. I'm like, you know, somebody is. I'm if I'm in the button or cutoff, yeah,
Be
and I'm
anything.
bored.
Yeah,
Yeah, here we go.
same.
You don't ever do that in PLO. You can do that deuce to 7 though, single draw.
Oh yeah, deuce to 7 position is key.
Boat over.
Position is everything. There's some pretty hands in this group.
Yeah, as ugly as the previous hand was, this was a nice smattering of everything Broadway.
All right, even Stevens on the VP.
Yeah.
King 10, King Jack, Jack 7. All the
6
kings
to
are
the flop.
represented pretty much. And there's the old, yeah, of course, King 8 hits. Weakest hand. Well, Ace 4, somebody would say. But club draw for Doug, not club, and Barber's got a club draw. So this could get juicy with all the kings.
Yeah, everybody has a little something.
Case King in the window. Well, Megan's doing her part, that's for sure.
Right? Seriously.
We'll address your question in a second, Sassy. Kevin's coming in strong. He knows that this is one of my thoughts. This hand's not getting any better, and it could always get worse, especially with those 2 clubs out there. Little does he know that 4 clubs are out in front of him, in Doug and Barber. Table gets real quiet all of a sudden. Don't really know why. They talked completely through our 3-way all-in. Maybe it's reverence for Kevin, the black mask of death.
Oof. Interesting spot for Barber. He's got a gut shot to a straight. Plus club draw.
Yeah, good give up there. He may be thinking with these players behind me, there's too much of a chance that these aren't the best clubs.
It's a good read.
Yeah, very good. That's what Barber is good at. He doesn't like things. He doesn't like it at all, but.
Good fold on Dante.
Uncle T said that he wanted more commentary from the floor here, so y'all can do karaoke and konnichiwa bitches.
I did tell the table that I wanted them to carry on one conversation, and we wanted to hear them talk.
Other people in the game.
No, you don't want
I think Cole's gonna find this fold.
That's something you can talk about that. We can talk about that. If you want to have like a therapy session, we can do that.
We can talk about
this hand, which
No, we're influencing action.
we can.
So that answers half your question, Sassy. I'm Uncle T. Got my partner Samantha in with me tonight. That is your commentating crew.
Yeah, we noticed a little bit of a lag as well.
Yeah, the video did. I thought I was having a neurological event. Doug makes the call.
Well,
These two tangle a lot.
let's see if we're gonna find out which what's the most wild hand of the whole night.
Kevin's very happy with top two to see that.
Yeah, that's a great card for Kevin.
He knows that sets are never just calling there with the two clubs.
And I foresee Doug checking this, and you're going to get a pretty large bet from.
Yeah, what would you bet here? What would you be thinking? At least 3/4 pot, or?
Yeah, I don't want any more drawing, so I would charge him. I'd say.
Yeah, if he's got 9-10 or he's got clubs,
Bet 550 to 650.
They always do that and make a little video.
I'd actually
Maybe a
go
little,
full pot.
you
Yeah,
full
or
pot it?
I might jam if I'm Kevin, just because I get paranoid.
Yeah.
Kevin is a lot cooler than I am.
What more do the people want? I played 2-3 offsuit.
Rebel will get that logo up, and he does put in about
Are you not entertained?
They made a Gladiator 2.
845.
I didn't
No, it's
watch
just
it yet. I
540.
saw it on Netflix.
I like the
650.
first one.
Okay,
I
I will.
I killed it.
I haven't heard much
To let everybody know, I said
You
550
did.
to
You
650.
did.
I don't know if I'm gonna see it.
Once
Me and
again,
Kevin are on the
proving
same
your
wavelength.
superior poker
Yeah,
intellect.
The second
Of course,
one's got
everybody's got a
fucking
superior
Denzel, which is
intellect
really
to me,
It's
poker
Denzel?
wise.
No, it's got that Mexican actor. I forgot his name.
No.
Pedro Pascal.
Don't think that's
Is
gonna.
it Denzel?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's going to
Denzel's-
Hollywood a little
Yeah.
bit here and then give it up.
I like
But,
Denzel a lot.
he knows
That's not his
he
type
may
of movie,
check
you know what I'm
Kevin's stack out.
Denzel's like
That's a
Maybe he already
top
knows.
5 kind of epic
Russell
action
Crowe
movie.
and
That Troy.
Troy's good.
Those
If Kevin had bet like
300.
200, I
300
think Doug can
period
justify
pieces, one-time period.
making the
Pretty-
call, but
I
that
would
is a
probably-
great
that was
size
like
bet to where
I would
like
probably
Troy.
put 300 above.
it doesn't make
Alright,
sense
Troy,
for him to
yeah.
call.
Yeah, I mean,
Above Gladiator?
I have a tendency to have two
Troy is
mathematical
the
thoughts
third.
here. One of them is
It's still good. Still
what
good.
we see in the top left corner. How many
Yeah, but you see
of the clubs are actually in play?
Butler, man, he was.
And then I start having
Yeah, that was-
economical
man,
math,
That was like,
With those painted abs. I mean,
Yeah, right.
not economical.
they said they airbrushed them.
My
Yeah,
man.
that's
They got
true.
You're
airbrushed.
not
It's on the
able to make enough money with this call.
oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, never the number two.
And
Remakes
are
it
good.
if the club hits, do you get paid?
yeah. And
So-
he gave it up. So he ran those financial
that's
numbers
So
through.
good.
Said,
I mean, the plot's
yeah,
like,
if I do hit the clubs, then I'm never going to be able to
Close.
raise to
Nothing's
make more
better
money.
than that.
Because
I
it's
enjoyed
going to be
it.
obvious
Well,
what I was
You gotta
playing.
take it for what
You're
it is.
kind of
There's
playing.
no plot. There's really no
Face
plot.
up. Kevin is not face up there. He could have a set. He could have a
I'm
draw.
glad you caught that.
Although it's less likely with Kevin and those, like I say,
Who
those
in,
two know each other really well.
Lindsay Lohan.
Well, folks, that's hand number 15 coming
All I
up.
remember is
Making in the box
yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Doing a great job as always.
Steve Martin was the dad?
I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I'm Uncle T with my partner Samantha tonight, as I said, calling this 5-5 no limit hold'em game from TCH Austin, TCH Social Austin.
Not a guess.
I've been playing here so
What was
long,
that
it's still hard for me to say.
Oh, me too.
Like, I didn't say anything to him. I was kind of starstruck. People would come up to him and he would just sign. And that was it.
Yeah.
I mean,
He must be used to it. He's pretty
yeah,
pretty
he's playing really low stakes. Like it was 2-5 for him. I played a good amount.
And I will say, I don't think the Houston, I have a promo for the Houston to call up. I'm kind of thinking, is the Trailblazer Houston done? And because
Pretty sure it is.
the final,
I
I think it's done.
It's
all I
Las
wanted.
Colinas to Dallas right now, and
Yeah.
then it comes back here, right?
Well, I don't think so. I think we have, I'll show this in a minute. We have a big event coming up, but I think it culminates in Dallas, Las
Oh,
Colinas.
culminates.
If you saw the look I just got, like, thank you, Professor. Queens are still good for many.
clean, and if it was just like, oh, Dallas, I would be in there.
I do tip my hat.
Yeah, quick.
Partner Samantha.
Partner.
Eight, nine?
Weird side.
Yeah.
Isn't that like gutter inside jam?
I know, right? That would have been dirty.
Yep. Queen takes it down.
Got to stay hydrated.
Well, once again, we want to thank you for being here. I am going to call up right now a brief public service announcement.
Yeah.
So we're going to have on February 9th the Big Game Bash. Y'all come down, $599 payouts to high hands once every quarter of an hour, I assume. I don't think we're going to do this every 3 months. 4 winners during halftime. Yes, that is our Super Bowl promo. Winning team bonus. Players checked in before 5 p.m. get a ticket to choose a team. If your team wins, you can purchase up to $500 of time with a 30% discount. And I'm not going to do that math. It's too much.
Kevin, that was the first time I ever
Ooh,
lost
50% off appetizer. That's the real win for me.
Yes. Jellyfish, the most important on there. Jellyfish, $5.
You know what I'm saying? Quads, I've never lost anyone having quads.
Really?
Never lost
Can't be
anyone
too
having
mad if they're giving me easy decisions.
So come down for the game. We have the largest television in Austin.
Is that true?
It is absolutely
That's
the
why.
truth. When somebody told me that, I immediately went to Joe and asked him that question. Joe, our general manager, he said, "Yep, brother, we're it." So come down. Even if you're not a poker player, we have a great menu. We have great people. The wait staff is awesome. Jellyfish is $5. What else do you want in life?
I've never lost
I've had quads.
This card
twice
room
in
is
my
beautiful.
It is. It
Only
is.
two cards in
I
your
played with an Irish player the other night in from Ireland on a trip, and he just was stunned. Jeff, I'm thinking that may be sarcasm. Jeff, really? Jellyfish is a beer.
No, you're behind already. I mean, that's not.
But it's still losing. You're still losing the quad.
Yeah, see, Brendan, I thought he was being sarcastic
Yeah,
right
the
off the bat.
question was, have you ever lost a quad?
Maybe not. I'm not a jellyfish drinker myself. I like stout, so I don't like my beer to taste me more than I taste my beer. I like it to like overpower me.
Like on the flop, the turn, and the river.
But yeah, this is a beautiful venue. Come down, and since it's Super Bowl, you can bring friends. Sneak away during halftime, go play some poker, leave them to drink jellyfish.
On Doug's strata? Okay, we're gonna raise.
Is that the official name, Brendan? Pine House Pizza Electric Jellyfish. Is it really?
Yeah, it's the IPA made by Pine House Pizza.
Wow.
Straight out of Austin.
Really? Well, I knew it was local, but not being like
You said you were folding.
much of an
I didn't make that
beer
declaration.
I didn't know that it had that long a name.
Fucking lying to us?
Well, there you go.
Say you're not folding?
There's a good advertisement. We should get a check from Pine House Pizza.
Not folding to Manny.
So 40 in the pot.
Hey, Manny, Dante, what's the difference?
Alright,
Oh,
take
that's
down, bud.
funny.
What do you do if I-
Manny, Dante,
Ooh,
what's
nice
the
one.
difference?
We both really didn't have much. I mean, king, queen, opposite.
You good.
You know, the one question I get more than anything else,
I've been ace.
when I'm talking to them at the table, they,
He bet 100.
does Dante iron in his beer?
700. He folded queens
That's
last time.
the question you get the most.
Kevin was.
I mean,
he folded
does he?
queens.
On a 700 bet?
You know, I've never seen him iron it,
Fold quicker next
and he doesn't admit that he irons it.
I couldn't see.
But maybe that's what we vote on
I
tonight.
said,
Give us a
2K.
I if you think he irons it,
No, I'm talking to someone.
and what would be the other letter?
Kevin.
Totally ran out of juice on that one. But press 1
I'm talking about
if you think he irons it. Press 2
At the very
if
beginning
it's
when I got there,
naturally
he said he had
super
queens.
straight. I will say this right now, it's not
He
as
told me he had
straight
queens.
as it usually is.
I forgot to iron it.
Kidding. Of course he didn't have queens.
I think he got it right out of the
I
jar.
think he did. I trust him.
I saw him
No,
lay down.
it
He told me later he had queens. Like he can't. He was lying to me.
I don't think
Hey,
he's
you know,
lying.
I've actually had a Celis.
Why would
I
he
actually,
fold queen? 'Cause he
my
only have
nephew
aces
likes
and
that one
kings.
when he comes into town.
Oh,
So I knew that one.
Yeah, you have ace king, of course.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to draw against
Yeah,
it.
they have a. I think I've had the Celis White before. It's similar to Blue
Is that local?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
okay.
a brewery.
Well, I knew that
Here.
Grant, my nephew, I think he had it when he was in town. Maybe it was my other nephew, his brother, Drew. But I actually had one and liked it. I'm
Yeah,
much of an
they're
IPA
nice.
guy. Another bomb pot. We do these every half hour. 9's voted up on the top for Kevin. See a king for Manny.
A king and a deuce. So
Yeah.
he's got a piece of both boards.
He does. That's just enough to get you in trouble, those pieces.
For sure.
although he does have better kickers than Manny. He doesn't know that.
What do you and James solve it?
Probably neither one of them feel very good about those kickers. Let's see who boats up first on the
I
bottom.
mean, I'll put in what I think you guys had it.
Well, the board does.
And then run it 3 ways and see what my equity is.
So 9s over deuces are still good, and you love that 3.
What? Queen Jack versus 10.
But at this point, unlike a 1-2 table,
Sometimes you have Queen Jack.
those big pairs are gone.
They think, like,
You're not really worried about bigger cards hitting.
You're gonna try to get value.
Kevin is not worried about much. Kevin is an exceptional pot player. Watch how he plays them when I play with him.
I mean, it's pot. I don't know. You tend to size up.
Very good.
$45 and the pocket is like.
Can I get a total of the hums?
That's why I mean, I think you could
Kevin
have
is
Queen
definitely
Jack
hoping to get both of them
when you get checked
in the pot.
and then get there.
Oh, wow. Manny with an all-in. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
If I would have known you
Our
thought that, I
graphics are
would've
catching
snapped
up.
both in my hand.
Dante actually bet the 570.
Okay, which makes I can see that.
I don't think Manny's made a
Doug has
decision
anything
yet.
behind. I just would have like
Ah.
thought about it for 20 seconds.
Can't see behind the graphic
Pump
there.
faked over here.
Yeah,
If you have kings there?
he may give this up, in which case it's going to be a bloody brilliant bet by
Eddie went
Dante.
all in basically. I mean, I only have 100 more, so I'm just gonna.
I'm
put
just
the rest
assuming
in.
we're
Yeah, he does give it up. Good bet by Dante. I don't know if he was. He showed a little clairvoyance
It's hard
earlier.
for me to get value.
So they're going to chop this one up, most likely.
Are we chopping? But if we're like 50 KDP raised,
Didn't really see how it couldn't be.
that would have been sick.
A deuce could come.
I just got trips.
Yeah, that would be. I tell you what, you see the blood in the water instantly.
There's
You sense
like on the
it.
river.
You sense it. That's sign of a shark. They can sense it from miles away.
And Manny would have filled up on the river.
Oh, that's true.
With his
He had the
7,
6s
7,
at dangle.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I didn't
Very
have
good
one
bet for
trips.
Dante.
Yeah, that
Hindsight.
really worked out well. Let's listen to him talk about it.
Oh, you use, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I'm like, what?
I was kind of worried about pocket
That was
twos.
very
I
weird.
was like, fuck, I'm not.
I think my hand's probably full.
There's no bluffing in bomb pots. Like you bet when you.
Yeah, there's no, yeah, you're not.
Yeah, I'm
you're
not like
bluff
trying to.
there.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get you.
Two calls.
When I bet small,
You playing a top that or not?
You had a king and a deuce.
You know, the funny thing is that
If he had
you know, you just got a little insight to Kevin about how he plays in
Still
general.
blasting here. Don't you want a third customer?
well, at that point I didn't.
Yeah, no, you definitely didn't.
I didn't.
I see why you blasted. Yeah.
So I like it.
He said I was ready for you to roll over pocket
I
deuces.
know, the fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't call
He
it
did
both
fold
bad.
Yeah, he laughed when he said it, so it probably.
I mean, it was only 5-7. It's not your whole stack. You know, you could have seen a river, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
it was a costly river.
Did you have
You know, is there any such thing as a life in poker without really bad beats?
Yeah, I think we've all experienced the bad beat.
I could just
That's the one time.
I have scars.
Yeah.
They're all up my brain, but
I play a lot of Big O though,
I actually thought I
so
had
the cards, the outcomes, every street, everything is constantly changing. So you have to be aware what beats you.
And
So
it-
I see it so fast.
I that's one thing that scares me about playing with the mixed game players and the top pot players is they see things so quickly.
Yeah, we're counting our backdoor draws.
Well, I
as
thought
soon as
like
the
if I
first
put
club
50,
hits
there's 2 more
flop.
callers.
Yeah.
You're gonna get sucked out.
Yeah, that's why I stay away from y'all.
Well, I had trips on both
I'm
boards.
too abstract. You know what you
Yeah.
called it?
I folded a deuce.
No, honestly, I make a joke at the table. I took a really bad beat the other night with my flop deuces that I was talking about. And now part of it, frankly, was not a particularly good player on the person that called me off either. But
Dang, shots fired.
Yeah, well, it was nobody I knew, so I don't mind.
I did really well last week.
But somebody said, you didn't even react when that card came out, and the whole table went, ooh! And I'm like, dude, I used to be married.
Oh.
It was a young guy, and he looked at me and he goes, does that kind of prepare you? And I said, yes, it prepares you for bad beats.
Poker and marriage.
Poker and marriage, even good marriage, is you take some real scars. So, and he kind of just, I said, no, really, get to be my age. Kind of, what's the worst thing that can happen to you at a poker table?
Unfazed. I'm numb now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uncle T, this is for you.
Well, you
Yeah,
got
we
Uncle T, this is for you. I just heard
Must have been
that.
really bad.
Oh, what
It is
what
a
did I
skip card.
miss?
Yeah, no.
Skip? What is that fucking Uno?
Yeah,
Reverse?
Uno. I know. That's how bad my hand was. It's a reverse.
Play Uno?
What do you think?
Big
What do you think
words,
about an
Brendan.
Uno reverse card?
I need justification for that
We're going
statement.
backwards order?
3 call.
That would be fun, right? Now
Like-
I'm
As
the
we're
big
back
money.
to playing
On
a
the- on
wide
the flop,
variety of
right? You
hands.
change the
We're
bet.
not like
It starts on the button.
Yeah.
forced
That'd be
flavor entertainers.
Some of them cry foul.
And everybody, we got a gut shot for Barber. That's the best I can say.
We're doing our best.
That's the flop I wanted to see.
7 fold.
We've got nut no pair.
You're
With
playing
the
a lot
king
more,
queen.
Nut no pair?
Nut no pair.
Yeah, that, I heard somebody else say that the other day, and I was like,
Ooh, we hit the gut shot.
we hit the
You
gut
put
shot.
it out there.
I did. I mean, he actually had a double gutter with the 6 also being in play, but yeah. Now the board pairs. Yeah, Barber's going to bet this. This is not his typical range of hands.
What do you got, an ace?
But nobody's got anything to call with, so
Multiple aces.
not a big pot.
All I accept themselves immediately.
Give them what they want.
Saying how who says it?
Alaska says it.
You want to
Alaska.
put on a
I've
Spartan
I've never
outfit?
seen Alaska.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, you've never.
Oh, the game is.
You've never seen Alaska.
You've never been there.
I've played poker here for 3 years.
Oh,
I've never
okay,
played with
yeah.
Alaska.
It's 5-10, but it has all those lodge players.
I know.
It's just a myth.
Stream?
Yeah, it's just a myth.
This
Yeah.
is a big game.
They just talk
Are you
about
on it?
He doesn't actually exist.
Oh.
I think
it. All I know is he straddles.
Oh.
Where to the other place?
No,
Oh,
here.
Here.
Shadows.
They
It's
did
a
those-
big game.
they
One
did
time.
recruiting.
You want to do like 10-20 or I don't know. It's 5-10 right now.
Like 9
Yeah, it's
consecutive
a big game.
hands.
You
Let's
playing?
go.
Yeah.
Something.
Oh, you're playing. Oh shit.
There's some guy named
Good
High
luck.
playing.
40.
High's playing, yeah.
That's a big one. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. I wanted to
I'm gonna play
I-
more. I'm trying to play more like you in that game.
Right,
I'm not
dude.
gonna be playing.
So is
Although
there,
that's my superpower because that's how I get.
so 10. It's 10. It's 5-10 now, but they could raise
They're
it.
gonna raise it.
It's
Well,
probably-
it's gonna be mandatory straddle.
Yeah, it's 10-20
Yeah.
effective. So
I'm sure it's gonna be 10, 20, 40.
Talking about our game in a couple of weeks right now.
Oh, why you betting so
And
much,
it
man?
will be 5, 10, 25.
it's not that much.
Folding? Pre-flop?
3
Wow.
net fold and turn for me.
I could see a flop for really cheap
All right, it's time for food
guys.
then.
V-pip weak
Hide your
sauce.
hand.
Really cheap.
Hide your hand.
No, I know
Extremely
Dean
cheap.
very well. I like that shot, though. Just
Four
ask Dean.
call, 5.
He sends me a text quite frequently about his games, although I'm not that good a mixed game player, so just ask Dean. He will tell you.
C4, check in the dark.
That's me.
So you heard the players talking about our game in a couple of weeks. Do come back and join us on the live stream. We're going to have a good one. They were talking about
6 step 1.
the game that we've got upcoming.
4 raise, 4
I'm going to be doing that second Wednesday of every month. 5-10, most likely 5-10-25 game.
Oh no, what did I walk into?
They were talking about Dante's talking about playing the 5-10-25 game
Oh.
in a couple of weeks.
I meant this ace king versus 6-7.
Oh, yeah,
no.
well, yeah,
Oh no, James.
I was kind of letting the table talk and see, but they clammed up as soon as that board hit for understandable reasons.
Yeah.
5-06.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Dante,
Come on.
I'm not folding.
oh,
You gotta
he
see.
jams, and he said, I'm not folding. He's short at
Too
505.
big.
Showdown.
Yeah, an ace would have been sneaky there, but
Ace king.
Man, James is running into it.
yeah,
tonight.
Daddy's running into it just a bit.
You get the flop you want.
Wow.
And
Somebody
then-
get that man
That was
pacifier.
really strong. You would have folded. If you reset.
Yeah.
Wow, I need one right about now, or a glass of milk and a nap. That's for dang
Did
sure.
one play
You think this is blood cut?
Yeah, but you know, the one thing I really love about James's game, took it, smiled, doesn't let it affect him, which I think severely increases his ability to recover.
Just lock me out.
Oh,
James, have a
or
good night.
go home, one of the
Alright.
two.
Go and see it.
Yeah, James took some beats tonight.
Yeah. Well, hopefully James has a safe drive home, and
A little bit brighter color.
Yeah, and that's why I
Emily,
never.
I'm sorry.
Spot 4x.
Well, but it's probably bedtime anyway. What time is it?
I would fold
It's
it.
7:11. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gotta
I mean, like,
Definitely
Close
close to
be to
Uncle
knock
T's
it.
bedtime.
7:11 a.m.
Adding
You know, somebody asked me about that the other day. It's like, you stay up late. I mean, I work, first thing in the morning, but I never go to bed before midnight.
He's just
And
a
I got that European thing
party
going.
animal.
I always take a siesta though.
Oh yeah.
30 minutes.
I love my naps.
Yeah, 30 minutes at least. Depends on whether the cats leave me alone.
Isn't that the same? Departure changes nothing about my distribution.
That his departure changes nothing about my distribution. That's sad.
It's so funny how the table gets super quiet when there's more money in it. You know what I mean? It's like I like that. That's like really respectful. Some people just like me. Me in particular.
Yeah.
I know, but I like everybody's like really quiet. And
Well, it probably just naturally gets quiet as soon as James leaves anywhere.
I didn't hit the light. Let's see.
I was the original razor.
You were.
You're the limper. You're the limper.
Just now?
Yeah, just now.
Oh, that's it.
3 check.
Maybe James sold action
No, I was in
again.
the blind.
Oh yeah, of course.
4 bet 100.
You think he's actually buying in for 2K? No way.
He didn't. He bought him for a K.
He bought it for
1,000.
No, 1,000, and then he lost, and then he came back.
1,000 and 1,000.
5 call. 8 fold.
And he's done.
He just said he was broke last week. Not instantly not broke, you know?
Or overplaying Queen Jack off.
Tell me.
Well, usually
Too
I've
broke.
not let,
Said he sold action last week.
Yeah, he definitely sold action again.
30 and I need 26 in white. Yeah, he's coming back. Alright, heads up.
What you got?
26.
I got something.
26, right?
Yeah, hearts.
26 white.
Yeah, because I had 4 over on the other side. I forgot about
250.
250 C3. Bet.
Okay.
D4. Dante, still C4.
I'm on the.
Don't let me bluff you like that, man.
Dante the bluffing machine.
$30.
Start punting like
Yeah, $30. What?
I like it. I like it. I'm not knocking
He
it.
said
Well, I feel
weakness.
like I feel very
I'm
judged.
trying to figure it out. Under the gun.
Maybe since
Under the gun.
Blake's not here,
Five,
Blake
six,
bought all his
off,
action, so he's just playing like Blake plays.
Can I see if you're gonna get there?
Blake bought my.
I had 8-4.
Blake's not in a position to buy any action.
I'm just playing. I'm just betting that. I'm just playing the players. Not really my hand right
Oh,
now. They look. I mean, it
Blake
looks super
almost
strong.
needed a
So
loan
I got a nice
yesterday.
healthy bet. But
He was down to his last orange chip that he bought.
Didn't play 5-5 or not?
I don't
Yeah,
think
that
so.
just feels better.
Five,
Pretty
five.
paid like 400.
I'd rather be uncapped or 5K.
No, almost needed a loan. So I just...
Did you see what I texted you right before the stream started?
He's really upset.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? James.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard last week.
He said he didn't have any
He
really
got
money.
steak last night. That's crazy.
He
And
killed
had
it last
2K.
week too.
Well, yeah, but he only had 2K.
9
You
bet
get
20.
steak with that? Did you give a third of it
1
up?
cold.
I think the minimum on this game, someone asked, I'm pretty sure it's 500, being it's a 5-5, not for sure, but it is a match the stack.
15 or 20? It's 20.
Capped at 2,000 initially, and then you can match
Oh, there's no folding
afterwards.
here. No folding here.
130.
You guys got me on this goddamn.
What is
PTIP
the minimum?
shit, so-
Is it 500 for the
Oh, yeah.
5-5?
Come on, Manny, don't let me down.
As I put my headphone back on, yes, it is 500, I believe.
Ah,
Well, you're not part of the team.
You missed Dante bluffing.
Nice,
he,
as he is wont to do. He hasn't really done that tonight, but he's had some good
he
hands.
announced he's no longer playing his cards, just the people.
I'm really at the top
You know,
of the
he
range.
probably established a pretty good table
You're at the
image
top of
early,
your
and he's ready to take advantage of it.
We have different ranges. My range is real. My top is like 9-10 suited.
I'm at the middle.
He's tough to play with. I can tell you
He
from
is.
playing with
It's
him a
hard to
lot.
put him on a
Yeah, I
hand.
know.
Yeah, he crushed me with
That's
3-5
okay.
the other night.
You're good.
Oh, yeah.
I think I mentioned that in the last live stream.
No, not aggressive.
Or showdown.
Jack hits on an all diamond board. So Dante's not completely out of it.
I folded king queen.
Although 7 of diamonds is a little scary.
Oh.
Like almost.
I know, I
Maybe James will play the 2-5.
Alright. Bet 1.
Gave it up right away.
Or just like multi-way.
Two
and
fold.
he's raising the.
I don't hit sevens.
Oh yeah, they don't come.
Give me those fives. We've talked about that on the stream
Do you want the name on it?
many times.
You
I
want a
hit
jack?
more
No, I'm
sets
saying you
of
probably had
fives.
a jack with what
In the
happened.
tournament a couple of weeks ago, I hit a set of
I
fives.
probably had a jack. I mean, I announced
It
it
was
the middle
Jack
of the night.
7-5 board,
Easily had a jack.
and Jacks hit as well.
Oh no.
Yep. Guess what I got on the turn?
Full to one bet. I was
You
hoping
quadded?
I quadded up.
What?
And the funny thing was, the dealer who I won't mention by name said after the young lady got up and left, after she took a picture of the hand she got knocked out in, and said, you know, Tom, I had a feeling that was going to hit. And I'm like, really?
Wow.
He goes, yeah, it was
manifested all over you.
weird. I said, were you rooting for me? He goes, not even a little.
See, now you're up.
Angelo's with you with the fives.
I'm telling you, I get
Fives
fives,
are hot.
and I'm like, here it comes. I don't know if it's me. You know, I don't believe in manifesting anything other than manifest destiny. But I just hear, I'm like, here come the fives. I'll call you down with them.
Oh. So, what's on the table?
Cole 3-betting with the 5-4. Love to see.
Such a tight
Yeah, somebody else that likes a five in his hand. Cole hasn't played a lot of hands tonight. Probably lowest VPIP. Hasn't gotten a lot of cards.
Yeah.
He's
Interesting flop.
Yeah.
The two players that have played the least amount of hands is we have a new player come in.
That's gonna hurt the resale value.
Fuck. I'm gonna go.
Why do we play poker? Please.
My wife is watching this shit too. I can't. I'm fucked.
Sorry, man.
Would you drive a Cybertruck if they paid you $100 a day?
If they paid you?
No, I'm not driving that.
$1,000
I don't
a
want.
day?
I don't get political because
No,
I
it's
get you in water.
it's a political conversation already.
I know. I like. Well, last night people really got offended.
Ooh, going for the raise.
Huh?
Tom T plays every 7-2. He
Saying,
loves
I'm not gonna
this
say
board.
which people,
All
but
right, look, you can drive the Ford Bronco.
Welcome to the chat, Tom.
OJ.
We need more Toms in this world. We're 1/3 of every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Oh my
we
gosh.
I need.
I was like,
Is
Is that a
car
dad
right now
joke?
is like
Does that
low,
qualify
and
as a
they have
dad
a hard time
joke?
getting in and out.
I mean, I think that
SUV, BMW.
qualifies as a granddad joke.
Oh,
You want an SUV?
wow. Wow, talk about shots fired.
I wanted to land. I don't know anything about
I
cars,
love
so
to
got
see
a
the
bar.
raise
yeah,
with
it's
this
amazing.
queen.
I wanted to
I
land.
do too.
I
I mean,
Like a raise.
Well, I wanna-
as long as Tom,
Decided that
I mean,
that
yeah,
board did not
Land
hit
Cruiser's
him, and
great.
as long as he doesn't have a pair in his
Yeah.
hand, and he's gonna find out if he has a pair in his hand. Right
and you
there.
see good poker players do that all the time when they have two overs on a board that is very likely, especially with a paired board. It just may, you know, they say pairs love pairs, so it
Maybe you have seven.
kind of
Maybe sometimes.
strengthens their hand image.
Most likely, yeah.
Call.
It's like most likely an overpair.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm
Whoa.
sorry.
Raises
I
with
didn't even raise.
28. That's at the bottom of his range. Barbara calls
Hold on a
it.
second.
No, come on.
Action's on me.
No, come on.
Put it in the mix.
Yeah,
All the
maybe he's
cards are playing,
bored.
yeah.
Now they're
The
like,
Black
what
Mask
a
of
donkey
Death
Kong
is in the
is.
hand. And he just gets a lot of floaters with a lot of floaty hands.
Okay, we got 2 8s,
Even
no
Yeah.
kings.
No king in play.
Wait, so can I go cash?
Kevin does hit the second best 8.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Continues for 55.
I do the 9 for 99 also.
That's weird.
Yeah, do me too.
Yes, our players at the live stream do have to pay time.
Guys, on Wednesdays,
Chill
we're
out,
doing
alright?
I'm not a fucking
Time
married
9
man.
for 99 every
marriage.
Wednesday right now.
Oh.
3 volts. That's what
I
they
was
get.
here
Anybody
this
else
morning
need
and
some?
already got it.
There you go.
I was here this
It's
morning.
on you.
Do me all
60. You just want to be able to say it, huh?
I know.
4 calls,
Ah,
5.
shit. I really wanted a third, man. I needed a little like
Yeah,
buffer. I need
right, odds. You
to
can
keep you in check, man.
Get some odds.
Bring you $401.
So is the $50 on Tuesday.
Well,
that
that is exactly what Kevin
Yeah,
was hoping
I was
for.
waiting for you to say something like,
That we were adding high hands
just
Thursday
realized
morning.
It's a Series 10.
Are you just
Series 10 Apple Watch.
yeah, it's great to be in the chip lead at
Yeah.
this point.
Okay, I'll have that here.
Although Dante doesn't have much to
Yeah,
call
thanks.
with,
I like
Never
it.
seen
I
this
can't reach it.
Kevin is hoping
I
he
mean, I'm
has a
not
king
Apple-
or a queen.
I'm not Apple
I
Watch.
fold.
Look at this. Got like
Yeah,
Look
okay.
more like
eight
the king.
sensors, it's got everything.
8 shown and fold.
Is it 10 you said?
Yeah,
Kevin shows the 8.
Not the queen. Fine.
Latest greatest. This is
Then you're no good.
Yeah, like
You were like, let me think of something.
I got my mom with it.
No good.
Not this one, but it was.
Second pair I called.
Yeah.
No. I was gonna give
All right, so Dante's up 902. You'll see some big stacks out there. He's got 3.9 in front of him. Doug always chips up to match the stack level. He's got 3.11, even though he's
It's a
only
good fold. It's a good fold.
up 109. Pulls down,
It's a good fold.
mostly card dead. Just James, our loser tonight, has vacated the table.
You're not a loser. You just didn't win tonight.
Did I say the L word?
Yeah, you
I'm
said our
sorry.
loser tonight. He didn't
Oh,
mean
not
that.
a loser, but just the loser for tonight. Losing is always a temporary status
Yeah,
unless you
poker's a
suck.
marathon.
It is. It is. I was dating a gal and she would find out, how you doing? She'd text me and I'd say, oh, I'm up 600. She's like, leave. That was always her first response.
He's not a new guy.
But it is a
Come on.
marathon.
He is not a new
You
guy.
own him, Annie.
I know about Jack 3s in the small blind.
You had Jack 3 was it suited?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
But it's
Jesus.
Oh, that's a new player.
No,
Yeah.
Kings are
Yeah.
hot tonight.
Don't
Yeah.
look next time, Annie. You'll
Yeah,
you'll-
TOE. Tote.
That's for your
Right.
defense, right?
No, I'm calling because Doug's got him.
You just leave a lot of money out there, man. You just call, fold, call, fold. Don't fold the pressure. I called some really bad cards.
You're like life.
I can't be pushed around. That's what I'm trying to say.
Definitely have a quiet end and a talkative end to the table now.
You must have given her $100.
Yeah, Dante's definitely doing his part.
Dante, you know, if you play any game with Dante, he's very
lively.
engaged and very chatty like me.
I was with you, Kevin.
And beware when he gets quiet. Kings for Manny Fresh. First time I think we've seen the Dukes.
Oh, Kevin opened at 35. That's what happened.
Just
Might as well just put the other.
Yeah, very sneaky.
Yeah.
Not really huge 3-bet. Of course, what do I always say?
With an ace comes when you got kings.
If I've got kings, you know, it's 90% of the time. It's supposed to be like 14%. It's 90 for me.
Kevin has the image where he could have an ace in his hand as well.
I win. Very much so.
See?
Yeah, we played together plenty.
Yeah.
There's 105, 85.
Yeah, looks like
105.
yeah.
110.
110. That's right. You nailed the other one. I'm not. But you know, it's not whether you can count the chips; it's whether you can guess what the bet's gonna be.
It's a nice, fun game in my head.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mama.
All right, we're looking for a 6 or 4 for Kevin. Didn't
this is
come.
Complete blank. As we get to hear Steady Eddie's Spanish skills.
Yeah.
Somebody can interpret for us what he's talking about.
I know. That's how you. Yeah.
That's one thing about that we make jokes about. You step away from the table, take off the microphone.
No.
Otherwise,
funny.
you're doing the Naked Gun movie. You know, going to the bathroom with your microphone on. And they do have a pretty good range. I found that out the hard way one night. I was outside talking smack.
No, I've done that before. Forgot the mic was on. Man, this guy played this hand this way.
What a donk. What a fish.
You're a ninja.
Would that be live 10?
I'm a spectator.
What are we betting? We betting this game or what?
That's the game? Not the. I mean, this is a shit game.
Shit game, really?
Nuggets, Knicks.
Yeah, let's poker teams, right?
Yeah, they're good teams.
They're good teams. The Nuggets. I'll take the Nuggets though, but.
You want the Nuggets?
Fuck yeah.
New York's at home and
Yeah, it's better than Knicks, so it sucks.
Not good. You want to sweat?
they have a superstar lineup.
That was the pre-flop race.
You are?
Yeah.
I haven't been paying attention this season.
All right. 3 players.
I mean, we can make a bet. Like, I like betting on 2 games. Kind of like we did. Yeah, I'm still pissed. I got home. I was like,
Oh yeah, the
I went and looked at it. I was like, what the fuck? I lost
Kings?
this one too.
I couldn't believe it. I forgot about it and I checked later in
Kevin
the night.
hits
I was
again.
like,
Oh
holy
yeah,
shit,
I was like super. Like,
And he has backdoor clubs.
fuck. So I was like, I got. That's why that hundo was like folded to the side. It's been in my wallet the whole time.
I appreciate it. I was gonna bring it up, but.
Oh no.
I know you're good for it. I know you're good.
And he gets a call from both players. Dante with middle pair and backdoor hearts. And makes 2 pair on the turn, which we didn't see for a second. So Dante's.
Yeah, I think we checked through on turn.
Yep, we did.
They're faster than us.
Yeah. I think he was hoping for a bet from a queen. He didn't get it.
What a sane person.
Kevin is going to make a $130 bet into this pot.
I would have loved to see a raise by Dante.
I really would too. That happened so fast. I was like,
I mean, a lot of things did happen on that board.
Yeah.
Flush out there.
Yeah. I think he was satisfied.
Probably.
Well, but, you know, people overuse the term a lot, but showdown value. Actually, you don't hear. You don't hear that unless you're like watching a tournament commentary or broadcast. But yeah, there is something to that showdown value out of position. Kevin was actually out of position on that hand, I believe. But you know, I tell people, in my opinion, that the hand you win the most with and you lose the most with is 2 pair.
So Kevin, yeah, we can bet
Definitely
on
in PLO for sure.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh gosh, PLO. I give up 2 pair. I'm always surprised when people bet top 2 on the flop and then lose because they get a little glued to it. That happened last night to a player I was up against, and I had top set. So
the first time appearance over here.
there are the bullets. And there's an ace already gone. There's not a lot.
So hard dead too.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to get any callers here.
He might not.
I mean,
Manny's feeling fresh.
Yeah. Wow. So I'm not going to say that was a grandma joke. You're way, way too young. It was a grandma joke.
I'm down $600.
Okay,
I feel like I played a hand myself.
That's
I'm gonna fold.
It's not bad.
Fold.
$600 is
Good fold.
Man, I really like this hand, but you haven't played a hand since the Ice Age.
Yeah.
You're getting trolled by.
This is so gross.
Screw those.
I did. We just were talking.
It's hard to get a
I was
call if
thinking.
you haven't played a hand in a while.
Yes,
Not
it is.
Not a 3-bet there.
Yeah.
Kings are hot.
Actually,
And they don't
You
have
might
much
want to
of-
just limp that if you haven't played a hand.
Yep. Well, folks, once again, here's the big banner for if you got a big TV or you got a small
Hold on,
TV.
I'm going to pull my phone
Are
out
you gonna
now
pull?
and do it.
Okay, so I'm going to give my partner Samantha time to actually scan this QR
We're
code.
in. I'm going to download this and be the winner.
You know, there's nothing like
That was on me. Straddle 10.
like an advertisement with somebody that actually buys the product. So we got a user endorsement there, although she hasn't had a chance to play it yet. So
I'll let y'all know what's up next time.
there you go. There you go.
Just gonna try it.
Ooh, Cole gets ace king right after the aces.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's out of his doldrums.
Do it. Wait.
Like I said, his VPIP is very low.
Doug 3-betting.
That's right.
I feel way better playing.
Yeah, that is definitely it. Like I said, Doug does not play a lot of hands in position
You have a lot of shenanigans.
without raising, especially if it's a limp around. Cole did raise 50 and then gets 3-bet. This is going to get a bigger bet over the top after a little bit of contemplation.
It's a really tough spot because you could flat it, but you're out of position, so you kind of want to get it in. I mean, call 200 or put in 1,000.
I think he's jamming. He does jam, and Doug immediately gives it up. Great move by Cole. Doug does that little.
A lot of discipline by Doug.
Doug does this 1 second frown.
Yeah.
Where you don't know if it was a muscle spasm or frown, but that's his irritation.
He furrowed his brow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Cole is creeping back out. He wasn't way far down. Matter of fact, nobody is really down today. Like I said, we lost our unfortunate player. Didn't use the L word.
20.
yeah,
Make
yeah.
it 20. Blind raise 20.
Well, I already said call.
So you want to see something really tasty looking?
I don't raise unless I know I
Is
have
it the
good
French
cards.
toast?
No,
Ooh, dirty
the
fries.
dirty fries. Now, again, folks, I don't know why they let things grow in this bowl.
What do you want me to do?
There's some green in there, which
before I
I'm
get the card,
not a big fan of green.
Oh, that looks yummy to me.
You like the greenery?
Give me some cilantro, some pickled onions. I'm all about it.
Wow.
God, I don't even want to look.
Like I said, we got great food here. Come down for the Super Bowl.
They really do.
Order some dirty fries. Order some French brioche toast.
They got this bad beet bacon, candied bacon.
I never
Oh
did
my
that.
god.
I see people
never
get
battled
that and just slobber over themselves for the next 10 minutes after they do.
It's so good. I don't
really
even
good.
care to look at my cards once it comes. I'm like, I just need to take a break.
You're just folding the aces. I got bad bacon to eat. Cole hits this, but unfortunately he's pipped by Doug.
Get me out of here. Alright,
This is the rematch.
Yeah, good shot for Dante.
I'll take a 4. Close enough.
That was
Check.
close.
Cole is taking the lead.
Tooken?
Tooken, I know.
I love that. Tooken, I haven't heard that in a long time.
My mouth broke.
Your mouth broke.
Raise it to 1,000?
That's a raise to 1,000, looks like.
It's crossing
It's
the
just a
line,
call.
right?
He didn't announce it, so it's just a call.
So she's a call?
Doug is going to make a
Yeah.
little bit of an interesting
Doug,
call
cuts the line. Makes you push you on the
from both he and Cole.
I mean, I like it.
I'm sorry, Cole
That
made the
bet was
bet.
milky.
Wow. A little bit of protection for the ace-5.
I would
I'd
make
say
another
protection.
smaller bet
I mean,
here
for
to
the
get,
ace-7, I'm saying.
make
Yeah.
a little more money.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 160.
That bet, a lot of times when you see somebody bet that sizing, it seems weak. So
Oh, 325. He's going to have to let go of that kicker.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a fine line finding the right bet to get called.
You know, it's bet sizing and strategy is probably the thing people learn the least, or they learn the last.
Yeah, it was one of the last things for me. I mean, I'm still constantly learning, but there was a bet size and the amounts that I bet now. It's so important. Like, and it took me probably a decade to figure out how to get the right bet sizes out.
Yeah, and that's probably the thing that I go and listen to other people talk about the most.
Rose got hurt, but
Oh, I wish I was Poker Mama. No, I'm Sam. I love Poker Mama though.
Yeah, she's usually up in Dallas if she plays in the
Yeah, I
live
saw
stream.
her this past weekend in Dallas.
Well, this
She's a
is-
sweetheart.
She is. That's what I've heard. All right, we got Poker Sister in the
When they
house.
fold it to my aces, I have to.
We got to come up with something better than that.
Man,
This is a raise and then another raise.
You really do need a name. Matter of fact, that's the question of tonight. So Samantha goes by Sam, is what I call her. I don't even know if
yeah,
you prefer
I'm a
that.
Sam.
You're a Sam or a Sammy or
Yeah,
Sam?
you know.
Some people are sensitive about derivatives of their name. But you need an online name. Like she's looking at me like side of the eye right now. So I'm going to ask the chat. What could Samantha's name be? Look her up. You've got poker presence on the media.
I have the presence in the media.
Yeah, and you can see what Sam looks like. Maybe you can come up with something. She's adorable. I just want to put butter on her head and swallow her whole. That's what my mom used to say.
I think that's sweet.
Thank you. Blake right now is like, what a dweeb. Yeah, we need to come up with a cool name for you that you probably will never adopt. So, is that Poker Mama's voice? It took me a second. I'm like, and then I remembered, yeah, who that was.
I just heard someone on the table order that brioche French toast.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone's getting it, and no regrets there. Tell them to get the bad beat bacon on the side. You can add that, and it's delectable.
Really? Do you put it on top and then slather it in syrup?
No, I put it separately.
Yeah, it is pretty sweet by itself. As Dante's tens, who he bet with no fear.
Tens wins.
Yeah, my other saying is jacks are crappy and tens are just crappy jacks.
If anybody needs anything.
I hate tens. Give me those fives every time.
The Mavs and Pelicans.
1, 2, 3, you guys want to put Pelicans?
Pelicans? No, I'm not.
The other game is.
You know, I miss Optimize at the table because we usually get to watch him eat.
Alright, sure.
Wow, that's a weird
options,
statement.
right?
He is.
You like to watch Optimize?
I make fun of him every time because he'll be watching the hand with the whole mouthful of food, looking over the table. You know, he'll turn
Oh my
around and
gosh,
grab a
what a
big
new thing to
wad
look
of
forward to
food.
watching.
Yes, it is. Cracks me up every time. He eats every live stream.
You 3-bet, 3-bet, 4-bet? Is that?
This group is not much of an eater group, and I don't see any bottles of wine broken out either.
Were you ahead?
Yeah.
I'll sway.
They have a good team, but it's always like your expectations get raised.
I'm potting
You
there.
did not want to see a set on the turn.
Okay, is this the fifth? We, like I said, we start off and we close out with the bomb pot.
At the time I
And
wanted
we
to
have them every half hour.
Okay. So on this one, I'll let you.
And just as I say that nobody eats, I think somebody got food.
Check. He'll take Golden State.
You're gonna let me know if I fucked up.
Well, only 1-5 out there. Let's see who has it.
Cool, yeah, same boat. Yeah.
I see a lot of 9s, 8s, and 7s.
Oh man, this.
Well, the middle of the board is very heavily represented. But no 5s. Wow. The 7, but this is almost impossible to keep up with. Everybody's checking around so fast. The hearts are there. Queen 9 looks to be the nut hearts right now.
Can I get that like Southwest rainbow thing?
Everybody's checked. It's checks again. Looks like we're getting to the last card. So right now, 8-9 is the best hand.
Yep.
On
And Queen 9 of
the
Hearts
bottom,
is the best
yeah.
on the top.
Yeah.
But no way does anybody like love their hand besides the 9-8. The 9-8 is like, okay, well, I
Yeah.
got half of something.
Yeah. I hit my bingo card there at the end. Cole's got that card, but so does Steady Eddie, who bets it. So right now it looks like they're going to quarter with the hearts if the hearts stick around. Dante will stick around. Yeah, but it's a pair board too. Nobody bet the 5s. He's got to be thinking that's probably okay.
Sometimes I feel invisible sometimes. It's really hard.
You gotta show some bluff.
Wait, no, it's this end. It's this side of the table, you know.
Yeah.
What happened?
He's like played out of turn like 3 times with me.
Oh, I did that. I do that to Manny. I play out of turn all the time.
3 fold, 4 fold.
You just raised, guys.
I raised you out of turn.
Dante does give up the hearts. So what is going to win on the top? Is it just... It's going to be a chop on both.
7.
It's
wait,
no.
no.
Yeah, the 4 is going to win.
4.
Steady and
4.
4s and 5s is going to take 3/4 of the pot. It's Seffi gives it up and Cole's going to take it down. Wow, he gave up the 9-8.
I mean, he had nothing on the other board.
And he, but he had the nuts on the bottom board.
Yeah.
If there's wild cards, it's kind of like bomb pot.
Wow. Okay. I'll let y'all chew on that one for a while. And Cole gets closer to the green. Doug, the only person in the red.
Yeah, he's had a roller coaster of a night.
He has. He had a pretty bad night the last time
never
he
gonna
played,
play the wacky weekend of poker ever.
which is unusual.
Doug, you can only add 8.
I don't like any of them.
You can buy like 3 or 4.
Yep, hit that like button. Thanks, Tony. Reminded me.
That was sarcastic.
Yeah, Jeff, I have no explanation for that one. Heads up, I don't know why you pulled
It's
that.
just gambling.
I mean, he could have totally thought that he was going getting quartered as well.
Yeah, maybe he thought that he's given 50% of that bet back to the person. Could have 9-8 and
I think he had pot
a
odds
5.
to call, but I just think he had a bad feeling about
Yeah, the most unusual thing about that hand is that nobody had a 5.
Yeah.
With 9 players, that's just so
I would
rare.
burn.
It's not the whole thing. Yeah, if you have black,
No, I mean we're talking about a tournament that's deuces wild the entire tournament.
Oh yeah. I'm just talking about one orbit.
One isn't enough.
Manny did say he was going to try to mix it up and have some different.
Manny has been playing the most.
Well, he was mentioning that he wanted to do a couple of different kinds of games. I think he was just trying to talk them into a wild card deuces game. But this crew is probably not that interested in being imaginative.
Who's
Probably
there?
you shouldn't be in this hand.
My
I shouldn't
buddies?
be in this hand.
You shouldn't.
Yeah,
be
maybe so.
Okay, you're in the hand.
This board didn't really hit anybody. Jack 10.
Yeah, the 10, that's it for Barber. And he takes a small pot.
King deuce.
No contest.
Dragon
Yep.
Ball. It's king deuce.
I was playing the board.
Why? Why? What's the story there?
I guess the deuce. I don't know. Two balls. I don't know. The real thing.
That's possible.
Names for him.
You know, there's another possibility that he didn't have that. We did not see his cards, Jeff, obviously. We saw what the card reader. So, yeah, let's do that. I think that's the best explanation, is that it was a misread,
You're not playing.
and he did not have 9-8.
I play king 2.
What he had, I don't know, because he got to the end, but
What about it?
That's not in
Any
range.
two. Any two.
I'm sure he'll come up to me tomorrow when we play together and say, no, I actually folded this.
Yeah, I was on.
Or you can explain to me why he folded 9-8.
It's okay. I think it is.
You got some splaining to do.
Lord say So it's Sod. I keep saying Saeed. Forgive me. It's Sod. I think that's been corrected actually. Sod poker.
Oh no,
No,
really?
no, we got C7 who hasn't played a hand yet.
What are you talking about? I want a hand.
You
want a hand?
I want a hand.
Oh, good job.
Let's
Just one, but hey.
Let's go check that. Fact check that.
Let's fact check. Can you get?
Okay, 9 check.
I know it's going to be hard for y'all to believe, but it sounds like we're having a conversation that Kevin is skeptical about.
I checked.
He's skeptical. He's a skeptical boy in general. Well, it's not real surprising to see a black board with all those red cards out in the world.
Yeah, no kidding.
The ace is ahead, and it is also the only black card out.
The deuce would help you.
High quality.
There is a queen 8. Oh, sorry. Kevin's ahead here, although he hates the spades.
No, Kevin just.
Yeah, he's definitely going to pot control this one.
Yeah.
Can you,
with so many people out there.
So explain that thought a little bit.
You can't say that when he's in the hand.
Well, it's just unlikely you're going to get rid of everybody. So if they're coming along, might as well make it a reasonable bet. So if that spade comes or something else unfriendly, like maybe a...
You can't be talking about the hand.
Yeah.
Manny, you're the king of that. Whenever we're in a hand, you're like, oh, Barber's in there.
On 1-2 tables, it has a tendency,
There's like 4 people in the
a
hand,
single
full of
suit
them,
board
man.
flopped just has a tendency to lock up the players that hit the board with hands like what Sod has.
Just say no comment.
No, Kevin
Or
likes that
Kevin.
river.
Yeah, he does. So
He's probably going to bet for value here.
You can do a $545 pot. I think a $175 bet would be easy to justify if somebody was playing some crappy spades. But he makes it.
He's going to go three.
Yeah. Man,
Three-quarter pot.
It looks like 375, and that's why Kevin is so much better than me.
Yeah, he's trying to extract the value, seeing if he can get the ace to call. Because one of these guys probably, in his mind, had the flush draw, even though, in fact, Dante just called with the deuce, hoping to hit a 10. But that's a really great bet by him because it makes the ace have a decision to make. It looks also bluffy, like a missed spade draw.
Yeah.
I'm more about.
And Sod Poker is thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that there's no spades here at this point, which Kevin already knew. I have to see it and still. I want to fold right now, even knowing what the hands
Yeah,
are.
knowing who Kevin is and how he plays, this is.
You got the other one, you know.
For people who've seen Kevin play a lot, I think we know that we're folding our ace 10 here.
Yeah, and he gets the maximum value
that
out
was
of
an
what was a
excellent bet.
pretty locked up board from the beginning in the way of action.
I would have 2 pair.
I'm like that.
So that's why Kevin is the
Yeah,
black mask of death.
don't want there to flush out there.
No. It straightens the board out there.
Or
Well,
deuce.
Unlikely if a spade came on that board.
Why do they call it the computer hand?
Yeah.
Kevin probably would have checked back that river for showdown.
Yeah.
Never
favors.
Put another orange.
What do they call it?
Queen 7.
Queen 7 is the computer hand.
Yeah,
right. Well, we've been talking about the food. I'm going to show you another pretty picture of food.
It's always 50-50.
See if I can
Never
get
a
this
head.
right. How does that look?
That's what I had last time I was here. It was so good.
So that's the Sam's personal favorite with the bad beef bacon on it, or on the side.
It's implied.
It's implied.
I had 10 too.
For $3 more, you can add the bad beef bacon.
Really?
Yeah.
I had 10 too.
Because it's more than that
It's
as a
more than that
side.
as an appetizer, but yeah.
So I got to tell you, there's something that happened the other night that I want to tell people about, and I confirmed it with Chef that it was not an anomaly. If you're not, because none of these dishes are really good, if you're not that hungry, they actually have a deal where you can order one chicken tender because those are
A la
massive.
carte.
And the first time I came here, they had like 4 on a plate, and you just couldn't eat them all. So they backed off a little bit to not so much. But people at 10 o'clock at night in a tournament just want a snack and be there while they get the one tender. And the table was like, what? You can get one for $3 with a sauce? And those things are huge.
They're really big. Remember back in the day, the other TCH, the former location, we had a chicken broth or what was it?
Oh, that
Broth
came
and-
out of the coffee machine.
That was so bizarre. That was the sustenance back in the day. Chicken broth from the coffee machine.
Although I did drink a lot of that
I've had
machine
it too.
coffee.
I've had the broth.
Did you? I've never had the broth.
It was just so bizarre. I was
I
like,
mean,
why not?
broth is something that you cook your chicken in, not anything that you ever drink. Although I had a buddy that went on a chicken broth diet once.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I've
was
heard that.
he was miserable.
Maybe I'm not good place.
So again, not too many
I thought you had
real
ace-ten
big
diamonds.
winners tonight, and no real big losers that are present.
The right size,
Ooh.
the right size for like.
What?
No, I was thinking
You
that
talking about my
present. No.
subtlety? I was trying to be subtle there.
Most people have.
What's that?
Now, I'm a little confused as how is Dante?
Yeah, this is some kind of inception.
Yeah, he
Dante's in the
well, if we
comment board and the
if we see him in 15 minutes on his phone, we'll know. So hi,
He might have
Dante.
went back for some research. Check a hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a smart aleck with him here.
I'm already picking on Doug.
As
Wow, what a flop.
yeah,
Manny
well,
just hit it.
just crushed it. We've had some people just crush the boards, and a rainbow.
I love the check by Manny.
Yeah, and now the 9. No, the 9 doesn't.
The
I gotta
nine
go. Look
still
at all
doesn't do
excited.
anything.
No, it doesn't. It's like, oh, we're missing the jack.
Decaf coffee.
I don't know if I've ever had decaf coffee in my life. I feel like it defeats the purpose.
It does. It does.
You gonna bet the 5?
I'll never drink it.
80.
He's like, oh, fuck it, call.
Call. 4 call.
Fucking call, eh?
Yeah, Broadway.
Yeah, Queen gives up.
Showdown.
No, not mine. Somebody ordered some food.
Nice hand.
Yeah, that looked like, did you see it?
No,
It looked like the
French
brioche.
toast, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard someone order it.
Oh, you did. I did not hear that.
Yeah,
I thought I was just being
they're
amazingly
making good
clairvoyant.
decisions today. That's for sure.
They're making good decisions. We support their process. All right, folks. All day pay $50. Every Tuesday in February, we're going to do a special where you can play from 12:01 in the morning to 11:59 in the evening for $50.
Wow, that's a really good deal.
Yeah, let's see some commitment. Let's see some really bleary-eyed people at 10 o'clock at night.
3 call. I'm talking to.
And then you have less people playing for only a couple of hours too.
Yeah.
We're all staying in here.
Yeah.
You're getting max value.
Yeah,
on
you're
Tuesdays.
getting max value. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Tuesday is not a good day for me to play. I have a lot of meetings and things, but I may sneak out early.
Toe, we hadn't seen him in a while.
Yeah, and you know what? This has not been the night of big pairs. I think we've seen jacks once. We've seen kings once, maybe twice. Aces just once. You know, sometimes they come in groups. What we have seen is a lot of Broadway cards tonight. A lot of suited connectors or unsuited connectors. Ace, queen, ace, jack, ace, king.
Wow.
Wow.
Dante 4-bet jacks. Love to see. It's hard to play jacks out of position, especially for a lot. So I love the 4-bet.
And I've seen him do that before with tens and jacks. He did it's twice now in this stream where he's won with a pretty good sized bet. I think he got past flop on the last one. It was king something. But, he knows how to play his mid pairs strong. And Dante does like to rep his hands as stronger than they are. You'll see that a lot. If he senses a little bit of weakness, he'll over rep his hand, and people are like, "Oh, wow, I need to leave."
He's hanging on like Dwayne Wade.
All right, and this is our other one. Wednesdays in February, 9 for 99. So Wednesdays, you can come and play 9 for 99. You get 9 hours for $99. So you have no excuse for having nothing to do in the middle of your week.
That's like a 25% discount, I think.
Yeah, it's usually $12. So
No, it's like a Southwest Bowl, maybe.
That's pretty good.
Right now they're playing both of them.
What's the difference? Like the chicken breast is just bigger?
They got low.
Kevin. Chicken breast
Cole raising the queen 4 suited.
wow, decides that he's going to
He
cure
wants
his
to play.
boredom himself.
Yeah, he wants to play. He's got the button. And then the ace comes.
Yeah.
Silly game.
It is a silly game.
Oh, he pushed him. That's a foul in New York.
Although both of these players have really poor kickers.
I learned last
See,
week.
who's
never
probably,
to,
yeah, the first bet is going to be difficult for, although
you
Doug or Dante, if
I
anybody
thought
will
the Kings
fall
were
off.
dead at halftime.
Every time, man, any team can score, 25 to 30 points.
Actually, Dante made that $50 bet, and now Barber's checking. They're both afraid of the kicker.
On that last game,
They should be afraid very little.
35 and 38
Actually,
to finish the game at halftime.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Or bet 225.
Last year, Kevin and I bet Denver versus
I'll say I love it when I've got a bad kick days and that sort of thing
And then the
happens
board
right
pairs,
there.
yeah.
You don't put somebody on ace king. The action is no way you can ever believe that they have a king. Maybe they
Minnesota
do.
and Charlotte are completely different. Yeah.
Definitely putting the
I
pressure
was
on
betting on the
Barber.
Nuggets. He took the Timberwolves.
Cole wants to make some raise, but this is not the time.
No.
Yeah, but they got like destroyed.
Dante's got top pair. No fear of kickers.
He is going to make a big raise.
Dante's not folding.
I don't like Gobert. I think he's over.
I mean, I love that he is saying, I have the king.
Yeah.
I love that.
I do too. It's a really
I just think,
intuitive
honestly,
raise.
Against Dante, you have to make it bigger, and still he may not fold. We'll find out though.
Yeah, I mean, $300 looks really valuable. Good for him. Nice, Cole. Cole, you're on our positive player image list now. That was a really good intuitive bet. Maybe he thought.
I mean, he used his image.
Yes, he used his image in a way that would make a better kicker fold, or not a worse kicker, but
yeah,
essentially
he
a chop.
represented the king for sure.
Yeah, I'd be interested to talk to him about what he was thinking after that, after this is over, and say, so why did you make that bet with ace four? What did you put Dante on?
Not a king.
Yeah.
It's the biggest game I play.
Sometimes you play a hand just to win it too. Like queen 4, you're not going to hit a lot of boards, but
the biggest game I play.
you can still find.
This is not the biggest
Find the drive to win on the button.
It was like a
Yeah.
separate. I just threw it out there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm taller.
6, raise 50, 7, 8, 9.
Drive, explain that to me. I know what Timu is, but what is do you have any? Okay, you're younger than me. I thought it was something like I was just too much of an old guy to get what that Timu buy. Somebody comment on somebody's wardrobe, which I personally love when somebody makes fun of somebody else's wardrobe.
Again, I forgot what I freaking had. Check.
4 check.
Got a massive bluff here.
5 bet 75. 4 call.
Ah, a steal. I get it. Very nice. Thank you.
First hand I pick up is even remotely playable aces. I haven't played a hand. Like a couple. Not 100 actually. I've splashed a little bit.
feel like when we get heads up,
Check.
it's close.
I re-raise.
Check.
They both go. I don't know, kid. Just haven't played. You don't know me. Just fold.
Numbers are hard. I don't know.
Sometimes our microphones are a little too good. Actually, that was the Discovery Channel that just the audio bled over.
Man, what was the cat's name that I was playing with last night?
Logan. Bet 130.
Logan's funny as fuck, dude. That was some of the. I was gonna.
Both with air.
That was like the most fun I've had in a while.
Yeah, King Jack, ace jack.
I like that bet by Toe. He just didn't believe anybody had anything, and he was right.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah. Yeah, you take all that.
I like it. I liked it more than.
So I am going to step out and get a fresh beverage. Can I get you something, partner?
I am doing all right.
Good, bad beef, bacon, brioche,
Yeah,
French
I
toast,
mean,
any of those?
We need to work that into my contract.
Yeah, I think we should be paid in bacon.
I think
do.
so too.
I really do.
Really, yeah, but I decided not to.
I think he hit a jack on the river. He hit
25.
King Jack or ace jack.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Nice.
So smart.
Is that right? Or
I think I was ahead before the jack. That's what I know.
Did you have ace jack or king jack? Was it good?
Did you raise it? Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Joe doesn't like sharing his hands.
So
You
4
can see
raise,
on stream.
5 call.
No, we just
overshare.
look.
Well, sharing, you're on the stream.
I know.
6 raise, 85.
Whoa,
7, 8 fold.
whoa.
9 fold. 1
3 bet with Jack 10 suited. What a pretty hand.
Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Alright.
3 fold.
I like this, Al.
4 call. 5
I
fold.
should have hit his rebound too.
Dude, Russell's got to be like 37,
36.
36.
So much
I checked.
energy.
Steve,
Have you watched that documentary about him?
Wasn't he on the Lakers or something? And he couldn't
Yes.
make a shot.
Dude, yeah.
They
Westbrook.
got a block right there.
How many
He's
points does he have now?
He was on the Thunder,
Is his
and then
attitude
he
got
went
any
to the
better?
Rockets,
His
then
attitude
he
got
went to
any
the
better?
Lakers, and he went to the
Yeah.
Clippers,
4
went to the
call.
Wizards, and then he's after he was gone.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
In Denver, I think in
So how many rings does he have?
zero.
Right.
Yeah, in a place like Denver where it's like, dude, you are not the number one.
Yeah.
Like, just nah.
The Lakers
Was he ever in the finals?
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
do
with
this.
Oklahoma City.
OKC he was.
With Kevin
With
Durant.
Harden and Katie. And that was it.
Do his thing.
Yeah.
And that was a 4-2 series. They were in that.
Yeah.
6 check.
And then Kevin Durant fucking leaves and goes to fucking Golden State.
Wow.
He's the one that
Gen
ruined
card for Toe.
I like
Good,
Kevin
good
Durant.
career, good career move for him.
What?
Are you
Yeah,
an
good
OKC fan or something?
Should
No,
see
I'm
a
just
raised
I
gear.
like,
I don't think they're like-
stacking a team.
Yeah.
I think they're like similar.
So you don't
to
like
how they were
LeBron and
Fuck no, I hate him.
you hate
What?
LeBron?
I don't like
hate
LeBron. I'm a Lakers fan.
I'm a big
I don't
Kobe
like-
fan. I'm a Michael.
Oh, I'm a
fan.
Kobe
I'm
fan.
a Kobe fan.
Oh yeah, everyone's a
Kobe's
Kobe
an
fan.
Eagles
Everyone's
fan,
a Kobe
that's
fan.
I think they're like
Kobe,
slightly
right here.
underperforming, but
Raise
they're still doing
600.
well.
He just had his memorial. He
Clicks
passed
with
away on
Yeah.
nut straight.
5 years ago, man. 5 years ago already.
Great bet, and he takes it
I
down.
had to give up on my team for a while.
Oh my bad. I think I just drank.
He did not come to Kobe's funeral.
Yeah.
From Atlanta.
LeBron didn't come to Kobe's funeral.
Really?
It's
He was like the only one that didn't.
I never knew that.
Huh?
I would think that.
Management
I would think
management
Jordan
brought
would,
that way.
right?
Never
Oh,
wanted
Jordan
to
was
make
Jordan
Jordan
spoke.
definitely
He
won.
had like a really
Yeah.
good.
every like decade or so they do spend money. They do it in
That's
literally all the
wonder
wrong
why.
places. It's like we'll let Al Horford go,
I guess
but we'll pay Josh Johnson.
he still
a shitload
sees
of
a
money
lot
all
of-
of a sudden, let him jack up threes.
Kobe
got Luka.
on his games. He
Yep.
still sees a lot of Kobe jerseys or something.
Maybe Trey Young is still good.
The
Trey's
Brown
good, but
Yeah.
they're
It
not
has
going
to
to build
be
around
something.
him.
I don't know what it
They're
is,
just
man.
like, so we're going to give him a
6 bet,
supermax.
15,
But one of the
7,
best players in the league right now is going to be Greek Freak.
It's like, cool. Trey can jack it up
9
from half
raise,
court, but
1 fold.
I
No
think
one's gonna help Quinn Snyder was a good coach.
Who's going to put over the Greek Freak?
Wow,
Right now?
aces,
Yeah. Tatum?
opens,
I'll
and
take
gets
Luka, I'll
3
take
bet by
Luka.
ace jack. What a dream
Probably
situation
probably
for
Luka
Toe.
I'll
over-
take Joker for sure.
Probably Luke over Giannis.
He has the option to flat
Take
or
Luka.
4
But
bet.
I'm not. I'm a Mavs fan.
You're not taking Luka?
Both of them
Not
are
over
very
fucking
deep.
Greek Freak. No way. No way. He's unbelievable.
Offensively, I'll definitely take Luka.
6 raise. 240.
God,
9
they're
fold.
2 for 12 on 3-pointers. Denver.
I hope what's his face Anthony
Alright, it's a
Edwards
close
like
game.
lives up to his
I'm not
ceiling, you know.
I don't think he will.
He's
I'm not,
busted.
I don't believe in
He's been in
Anthony
the league for a
Edwards.
long time.
You don't believe in him?
I don't.
Sucks in New Orleans, and he still sucks.
I think maybe. I mean, he'll get better than he is now, but he's not very good right now. He's overrated for sure.
I feel like this year he took a step back. Last year he was like.
Pew pew.
Hurt last year. He kept fucking.
My partner is taking pictures in the booth.
I'm taking selfies.
You're taking selfies in the booth. I'm giving her the pew pew. Guns.
Just doing it for the gram, you know.
You gonna put it on the gram?
I'd put it on the gram.
Ace Jack and Ace 10 for Doug and Kevin, who haven't played a hand together in a while. Doug's actually been quiet for a little while.
Yeah, he
Unless he did something while I was out.
Yeah, he just 4-bet Toe last hand with Ace Jack, I believe. But unfortunately, Toe had aces.
Oh, we had aces again?
Yeah.
Aces are back in the building.
No flop though. Doug knows how to make those good folds.
He
to
does.
The 4-bet.
He's very good at knowing
very
when
disciplined.
Yeah. Of course, this board is hitting no one. Ace Jack still ahead. Still hits no one. No one with any draws. Looks like the button's going to make a bet. Manny's going to bet this 9. Probably going to get away with it. Doug folds. Kevin does call. Evidently believes his ace high is good with this board. See if Manny rolls another one out. Looks like he's going to make about a $200 bet. Nope, just 155. If anybody will call this hand, it's Kevin.
He wants to. I feel it.
As he stares into the distance, contemplating his future.
The board pairing on the river definitely makes it easier to call, but it's really hard to find the call with Ace Jack.
Yeah.
High.
Oh, tumbled over.
Nice.
The nothing burger.
Kings are hot.
Kings are hot.
Did you mean to show right?
We are doing a
Yep, he bought it.
That felt awkward, but I like how you played
I don't know
it
what
off.
this
Whoa, you
called
did a
that
little-
chatter. You call him drive?
Your king high was probably good.
Nicely
Drive for
taken.
Diabetes Awareness Incorporated. So I did a little
I always say that.
advertisement for that. I'm You know what that is? That is a foundation, nonprofit. I used to work for one, so that's the only reason I know what a 501c3 is. That is a tax status for a nonprofit foundation.
Thank you.
Or you know.
I can't believe it.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Well, how big was that bet? That river bet? Okay.
Yeah, it was a big bet.
Little known facts that you wish you never remembered because they are useless.
I'd represent that 5.
Hand 44.
Oh, it's a bomb pie.
So we have wrapped up our second hour. Megan will be replaced very soon by Banana Anna.
Oh, I
My favorite
love
dealer.
her.
I do
She
too.
is such a sweetheart.
Her and Megan both are great dealers. We've had good dealership tonight.
I haven't gotten to know Megan yet, but she's doing an excellent job.
Yep, she runs the front of the house and deals a couple nights a week. She's been around a while, as has Anna, although she was at Walmart for a long time.
Oh.
See what I did there?
See, yes.
We are not in on the hands. We are playing this one completely in the dark, folks, as we're stuck on our stack sizes, or plus minus. You can see the bomb pot there. Looks like we had a little bit of a card reader issue, so we're just going to play it with the players. Oh, no, here they roll out as soon as I say that. Set of 10s for Sod. Got a jack for Barber. So that's going to narrow the field down. Steady's in the hand, but we don't know what he has. Maybe he has kings.
Someone has aces.
King 8 is not bad.
And aces is good.
Yeah. Aces is good on top so far. Well, no, King 8's good.
Can you scan cards one more time?
Cole, oh, of course, Cole's got a lock on the bottom.
Heads up.
You can't have a mystery hand. I said you can't have a mystery hand. I'm just joking.
Pretty blank river on both boards.
Five check.
Cole knows he's got just aces on the bottom, so he's probably going to make a sizable bet here to try to push steady out of the hand. As he states, the pot is his bet size.
That's a great. That's a great bet.
It is.
Because he's locked up one of the boards, and one pair doesn't generally beat the other board. So let's see if we can get him out of that other board.
Yep.
Get him off of it.
Great call by Eddie. Let's see if he's got more than just King 8 here. And he does have kings, so yeah, he's not with that board. There's no straights. 6-7 is the only straight, really, which is hard to imagine anybody sticking around for ever, unless you're playing 1-2.
Gotta keep that third.
Yeah, you don't hate calling off with kings there.
I had a feeling that Eddie had a set there. I don't know why, but he just having King 8 was going to be an amazing call. Having Kings,
I had
just
4
a
hearts
call.
in my hand. And they were all connected.
Go all the way.
Almost a straight flush.
I had a bad jack.
I had a gutter. I had the gutter.
It's so funny. You can get away from.
I want to see if the king was going to drop between there.
Yeah.
Some
If
people
If the king's on the other board.
Plus, there wasn't a straight on top, so I couldn't feel that.
Vote. Even that, I'm not.
It didn't look like.
I want a straight flush of quads, or I'm
It's
not.
pretty hard to
playing.
get scooped there.
I actually don't play a lot.
Yeah, I don't
Close
like
to
ball
the end.
Kings for Saad on this hand.
Oh.
That's a big open.
Yeah.
That might run people off.
Yeah, it's a little more than out of position bets up to this point.
175.
Although he's going to get raised by King
Yeah.
Queen,
3 bet to
untimely
175.
dominated.
That's on Tuesdays, I think.
No, you're supposed to stay on 15.
3 full
See what Dante has here. He's thinking about a call, but I think he 6-5. Yeah, maybe not. Even
but we're
Dante.
getting a call from Eddie.
Oh, Kings versus Jacks.
First King Queen. We're all in there.
7 all in.
How would that work?
Right.
You have to play all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
all
if
in
you flop a
literally.
set,
Well, he's not waiting for bad news.
No.
This will get Cole out of the hand. Let's see what
Whatever
Steady
it is.
does with it.
This will probably just take it down.
Yeah.
I mean, I am not mad at it.
No.
You're taking down $400 with no carnage. No,
Yeah.
no risk here.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Eddie had happened to have aces, that would be a oof.
That would be a cooler. But, you know, that does kind of go into a conversation we have in tournament poker a lot about not making a bet where only a better hand calls you. Now, that's highly unlikely in this case. But
This is
being out of
definitely not
position.
wanting the post-flop play.
Yeah.
Just want to get it over with. I got kings.
There's like a time thing.
$400 out there.
Well, believe me, Saad's most excited about the fact that the player that has position on him here did fold the pre-flop aggressor, and he takes it down. A good fold by Eddie.
No over. I was like, all right.
That's why you hate
Man,
that.
I would have won that hand. If you didn't raise, I'm calling the 60 with 5-6.
Oh, he's flopping 2 pairs.
It's a fine idea.
Yeah, you're flopping 2 pairs and stacking me immediately.
I just wish it was
It had to be that. It had to be that.
Oh, I
Ace
can
and
reject it.
Yeah,
Too.
you don't have to pay $20.
Saad
Yeah, that's a
expresses
good
and
idea.
explains his paranoia, which I don't blame at all. By the way, one of the lures, one of the things that you say, it always cracks me up. I don't hate it.
You don't hate it.
That just always brings me back to a friend of mine that used to say that. You know, he's like, "Well, how was your vacation?" "Well, I didn't hate it." I don't know what to do with that. Did it suck? But it wasn't terrible, or
Somebody else
no?
owns
It just
I'll give you
means,
another chip too.
like, there's other better alternatives,
Yeah.
but like that's not.
Well, okay, let's go there. So you got an aggressor to your left
Good idea.
that comes over the top of your $65 bet, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What would you prefer to do in that instance?
So I would loving having kings. Kings is like I'm not afraid of anything right now. I feel like I have the best hand, so I'm gonna try to extract more value out of the other two people.
I had Jack.
So what bet do you make there?
I would definitely make it probably about 600 or so, 650.
Okay. With these stack sizes and this and
Yeah,
this
the
5-5.
kings and king queen both had about 1600 effective. So I think
Okay, explain that.
effective means
The 1600 effective.
it means that the smallest stack of them all was 1600, so that's the most anybody could lose.
Okay.
She counted it out. I thought I only had 12.
And why does a poker player
I wanna
like
call
to
it
talk
anyway.
about effectiveness? Everybody misses the board again.
But yeah, no,
Although
like,
there's
I thought I only
gut
had
shot.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's
open-ended.
Open-ender and ace king.
They are.
Yeah.
The problem was like I thought it was so shallow.
Everybody wants to take a check on that one. Ooh, not good for Barber. No, not. Oh wait, ace king is the best hand. I guess the bet wins.
Yeah.
Who's gonna bet it?
Yeah. I think Barber probably does bet this year. If Kevin does not,
Yeah, my wife said you lose, you lose.
we may be satisfied
Well,
with a
Barber can check
showdown.
Showdown. Yeah.
Yeah,
Barber
if
has
you're
showdown
worried
value.
about a check
I'm just
raise, then
Yeah, like,
Kevin's going to take probably the pot down with a really good size bet. Looks like 350, 450. So
That's hard to call. That's a great
75%
size
of the
bet.
pot. And Kevin's got a sense.
Is it like online? You buy it?
Okay, so explain the effective thought, because effective has a particular meaning. So when you say this has 1600 effective,
That means that that's the smallest stack. That's the max that everybody can lose.
okay, but why use the word effective? What is that saying?
Okay, Robert, how you doing?
I've always been confused by that. I know what
I know.
it
I'm
means.
trying to. It's really hard to explain because it is like probably the most common misused thing.
I agree.
I've seen some of the weirdest conversations of this phrase being misused, where this guy goes explaining a hand history. They're like, "Well, this guy had 6 big blinds effective. I had 8 big blinds effective," and I was like, "No, y'all all had, y'all as a collective had the smallest amount effective that you could risk."
And does it surprise people when you kind of enlighten them on that?
I don't think I try to. I'm just,
okay.
I'm just here
so
to.
in your head.
Yeah,
So what does it
here
tell
I'm
you?
giggling.
Does it tell you anything about the knowledge level of the player that says something incorrectly like that?
I mean, we're all still learning, and that's just something they haven't. That sometimes a lot of people say a lot of trendy poker terms, but it doesn't mean they fully grasp what they're saying.
Yeah, it's like when somebody uses terminology or vocabulary incorrectly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
In a
But
conversation.
we're all trying here.
Yeah, see, that's a really positive view about it. See, I just look at them and go, yeah, they're idiots.
So, like, if one person is all in for $100 and you have $2,000, you're only $100 effective because you will never lose that $1,900.
Right.
So effectively, you're only 100 versus
So
100.
it's just saying what my worst and best amounts are.
Yeah, exactly.
And which is what I always understood when I first looked it up 10 years ago. Like, what are they talking about this effectiveness? So I'd look it up and I'm like, well, that's a really fancy way of saying my risk value, my return of investment, and my loss of investment. So I think like a VC. So I'm like, okay, well, what is my effective loss of investment? I can only lose this much, but my rate of return is only this much because I only own 14% of the stock or whatever. So I heard people use that, and then I would hear them have conversations like you just talked about, where I'm looking at them like, well, and then I'll question myself. Maybe I don't understand what the terminology is.
I mean, I still struggle with some poker terminology. Like, I'm still struggling with hot shove ratios. Like, I guess I get it, but like when I'm trying to like find the exact like my boyfriend will tell me you have a 2-to-1 pot to shove ratio, and I'm like, what does that mean again? I mean, I get it ish, but I just can't fully.
Is it a tipping point? This is what I understood. It's a tipping point for when it's a more effective shove than not. Okay. And
I'm gonna re-rate because it's worse.
that is everything that we just said for the last 4 minutes is useless in a 1-2 game. That's almost always a tournament discussion.
Well, that's definitely
because
where
you've got
I
this
use it the
long
most.
goal. I mean, you know, everybody in the tournament that doesn't cash loses the same. You know, maybe they fired a couple bullets. But, so it's almost about what will get me to my end goal more. Whereas you can sit at a 1-2 table or even a 2-5 table, and people are making financial decisions that are not about those ratios. They're about what kind of night can I have tonight? How can I get back from the night that I'm having that's bad, or whatever those thoughts are? So I always like to have those conversations with professional players to try to get their interpretations, but it's always amazing to me.
Yeah, a lot of that terminology, definitely, I use it for more tournaments. Like, effective stacks are in cash game, but like when you're playing in 1-2, if everybody starts at the same time, the most you're going to have on the table is 300.
Right.
So unless you're already heaped up with like 2,000 on a 1-2, and then you're playing against like $100 or $200 stacks, then you can see, well, yeah, all I'm risking now, the effective stack is 200.
Which
but
brings,
it doesn't play
brings
as
me
much.
to the cash thing that people do is we've got A6 versus Ace-8. Who's widened his range considerably.
Cole
in
is
the
ready to
last
play
hour.
today.
I'll finish that thought after we're done with this hand. But
Anna in the box. Shout out, Anna. We love you.
yeah, I gave her a big hug when I was on break. She was going towards the box. Doink.
Where's Manny?
As we stutter our way through a J.
75. So many hands.
Nobody obviously has
75. Dante.
Dante loves this kind
he
of board.
Does. He
because
probably
he's
got
saying
excited
I've got a
that,
pair.
yeah, he sees the
and you
challenge.
don't. Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
He's
Call
ready
me.
for it.
Doug's cards are too low. Even if he hits, he doesn't feel good.
Kevin, Queen 4 under the gun. He must have been the straddle.
Yeah. Dante loves to do that sort of thing on a board like that. So,
I didn't even have the heart out there to make it
the
like,
one thing
oh,
that I
okay,
see
maybe
people
it
do
is,
that kind of bugs me is you'll have 4 people in a hand, and somebody say the person that's in position, maybe the button or the cutoff, makes a bet, and they'll say, "How much you got?
Mine was
What do you
smaller.
got behind?"
So for
And I'm like,
comparing
dude.
sizes, mine was
I
smaller.
always laugh in my head when that happens, when it's visually obvious.
and a lot of times I can't resist. I'll say a shit ton more than you have.
Oh.
Because if somebody asks that, they have 275 in front of them, and they see any greens on the other player, they've got more than you do. So what value does that question have other than to make you look like a fool?
Yeah, it's like a weird, like, trying to alpha you or something.
I know.
It's like a power move.
Yeah. You know, there's kind of this. That's it. I will say this: it's always a player from 30 to 45 years of age and male.
I might not be.
You know the profile.
There's a
I
type.
put a poker
There's
profile
definitely
all
a
the
type.
time.
I can visualize it for sure.
Very rarely, occasionally in tournaments, I'll hear a female player go, "So how much you got behind?" First of all, you don't know what everybody's got already.
Yeah, right.
You're not doing your job. Looks like this is going to be another hand where, well, he actually gets a call. Barber actually does make a call with a 5. Thought this might be a first to bet win, Kevin. Well, Barber's not going anywhere now.
No,
he only gets beat by an 8
Kevin
or
might
jack.
give up.
Come on, Anna, you can do better.
Yeah.
Kevin hated that card.
And Barber can just check here because showdown value.
Again.
Just, you're not going to get called by worse.
He's got a slow roll. He's 5. Not intentional.
He's sleeping on the boat.
Change the deck.
It's a monster on the stream. A boat.
Get some value.
Maybe he has a vote. I don't know.
Yeah, Barber's had a pretty stagnant, pretty not much is going on.
No, but he's also a fairly tight player, so it's not too surprising if he doesn't get first. One of the most irritating calls on a bluff that I've ever had.
Give him bad
The
cards.
2-5, I think it was 2-5 and 1-3 stream at the old building. Barber called me off the tee
There are no bad cards.
correctly when the board was wetter than the Pacific Ocean.
Oh my gosh, I'll never forget.
And he tanked for so long.
Jacks versus
And then
Jacks.
he called it like, dude, I never say that. How do you call there? Which is another thing people say at the table that makes me think less of them.
I know. I always get mad at myself when I want to go down that rant. Sometimes it's just like, but for real, how? How did this happen?
What were you thinking? I am curious. Yeah.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, there was a player in the tournament during the Atlas series that got mad at my call.
So does somebody stands up and you drop the mic?
And said, I don't understand how you call there. And I didn't say anything. He goes, no, really, how do you call it? Why did you call it? Is what he said. And I said, I don't know, just to piss you off, I guess. And then a couple minutes go by and he goes, nice hand. Which goes back to, yeah, you don't mean that. But what you're really saying is nice comeback. Because I was like,
that means you get to
explain myself to you, first of all. Secondly, I had a real good feeling your line made no sense.
You didn't tell the story right.
No.
I'm going to call you on it.
Yep.
Check a bet.
Manny, he is just letting us see all the cards.
Yeah, he has.
His range is so wide.
I love Manny.
Manny
He's
and Dante are leading the VPIP
They
charts.
are. That this end of the table, that really the only two splashy players, or at least wide-range players, are on this end of the table. Steady can do it too when he wants to, especially in position.
Nope, don't bluff it. Like, you hit top pair, you're hoping someone would bet, and then the queen came and then you bet. Okay.
Yeah, no queen.
Dante takes it. Well, he just calls. Now he's gonna bet and get no call.
I think the betting is open to me.
Yeah, I think Barber. Ooh, he's gonna make a little stabby stab.
He's doing a little bit of a value bet, $80 bet into a $135 pot, and now
Dante not afraid of that flush draw.
Did you see that body language?
Yeah.
He's got his hands on the table in front of his chips, like you're not getting any more of these.
No.
That was such strong body language, and he looks right at him.
Wasn't spades.
Makes a quick phrase. Yeah. Although he'll do the same thing with complete chunk. That's the crazy thing about playing with Dante is it's very hard to put him on what he's doing.
Very polar.
Yeah.
No jack came on that.
Try that out.
Your hand analysis is pretty good.
Manny and Dante next to each other is so fun.
I saw like an 8 of clubs.
You didn't know if I had a queen, of course.
Like, I saw that down here. I was like, that is an 8 of something.
Yeah. I saw the club.
Why are you fucking with him, man?
Did you have a 9?
I had a queen.
No, he didn't have a 9. He's not doing that with a 9.
I would do that with some other players, but I'm not doing it against Barber. I'm not raising it. I mean,
Dante's still reading the table.
Yes, and Kevin totally missing
100%.
what he did on that previous hand.
But I have it over here.
Kevin that doesn't talk unless he talks, what do you call it? Emphatically or dogmatically. Yeah, that's a church word, dogma. But he's very dogmatic about his opinions.
So, did you take the other one? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Looks like somebody got some tequila shots in the background.
How much is it?
60.
You're sharing drinks?
Well, y'all have gone quiet on me in the chat. So
I don't know.
Actually, that looks pretty carbonated, man.
We started talking about the detective and
obviously half of our
I was bored
audience
too.
slipped into a coma. Once again, the board has been kind of a whiff at times tonight. We've seen a lot of boards that hit nobody anywhere.
I'm going to call.
I mean, a gut shot for Kevin's about the best you could say. Cole's going to call because he's got the best hand that it isn't a pair of sixes.
I gotta call it 3.
Not no pair?
Give it action. I'm bluffing.
Second nut, no pair.
Now
it's
that's
nut,
a
no
spicy card. Yeah, now it's nut, no pair.
Maybe you guys.
And Dante hits, but Queen and Jack of Spades for Cole and Kevin might keep them around. Seven, pretty much of a blank. So Dante's going to bet at this.
C3 bets 175.
Manny actually beats him to it. But he does get called by Dante.
Fold, seat 1 folds. We got
King Jack. Wow.
Don't.
Kings and jacks are hot.
I didn't expect it. You fucking snap all that faster than.
I had top pair. Manny's betting. What are you?
Valid.
When you're at the table, there's nothing funnier than when Kevin goes into his falsetto incredulous.
Of course, somebody had draw.
It's crazy. Never had that
All right, you know what? No more action for me.
I was
showing
saying
the 8 of
the
clubs,
speed at which he called is crazy.
And then I was like, I like pocket 60.
I think that probably Toe and Fod and Cole are looking at the other end of the table. And
Oh my
what
God,
did I
he
get
snapped-
myself into?
Crazy, man.
He thought I was going to bet 150. So I made it 175. Maybe
You know, that changes everything now. You just wanted to get back at me.
Toe with my favorite pair.
No, you didn't have showdown.
Yeah, showdown.
I was
Yeah,
trying to
Rubber's
tear
head.
down.
You remember?
he's gonna blow
Under pair.
He's gonna
Slightly
blow
lower
you.
pair.
Not gonna know
Nah,
how you
not
beat.
bluff. He might get through you and then
You turn your showdown into a
No,
bluff.
third time's on you. Third
almost
time's
Hit
on
him
you.
with the Asian aces.
I almost wanted
There you go.
It would've worked.
Unfortunately, Manny's got
I came
one of
over the
those
top.
five.
If it was juicy,
Big and juicy.
And calls with
That
Jack
damn 8
5.
of clubs, I would hit the flush.
Dante well within his
two-
range.
I had the 6 of
275.
clubs down. Remember she flashed the 8 of clubs?
5 players.
Yeah.
She flashed it.
Before the hand?
Yeah, 2 clubs.
Yes.
So then I got 46.
Oh, I wish I knew that.
What was
And
that?
an all spade flop and a set of fours for Barber. He hits. Open-ended, or excuse me, gut shot for
I didn't know there
Toe.
was a 8 of clubs.
Mix for Dante. Manny rightfully, even though he has a gut shot, misses with his crappy Jack 5.
So it checks to the button where Barber's bets a set. Raised by Dante.
2 calls for 250. Heads up.
Oh no, Toe folded the 5 of spades. Do you see his
I
face?
did. I was just like, was it a 5 of spades that he had?
Yes.
He
You
said-
look at his face, Toe.
I had a 5. I don't know if it's spade or not.
Stupid
I had
board.
Jack, I had Jack 5.
You have the wheel? Slowed everything down.
Yeah.
You have the
It helped me, but
Oh, that's terrible.
Then mine was the black. I had a club.
You gonna blast off with a hand like that,
I
man?
was like Jack 5.
I just did.
It sucks, right? When you find out that two guys are
How
playing
long
like
you
this.
played the game?
Toe's hating life.
Yeah.
Well, with you, I usually have something.
Just peeled right off,
Yeah.
too.
You know, Toe, all I can tell you
I
is
mean,
what I
yeah.
think in my head is if I had stayed in the hand, I wouldn't have got it.
Have a pair, much less
The straight flush, not that.
Deep philosophical reverse manifestation.
That's not true. The cards were never going to change.
See, you were like me. You were a nonsense.
I mean, I believe in like the butterfly effect. Like if there's a misdeal,
If you were
or like
lying.
if you showed up late to the
that's
table,
all I
like
have.
everything's going to be
Are you kidding me?
different. But
Jack raised,
whether or
Jack
not
raised.
he called that turn
With the
or
nuts?
not, or that flop or not, that part's never changing.
yeah.
There's no random
So you
number
believe
generator.
So that's a hyper intellectual thought. You believe in the quantum mechanics of poker, but not superstition.
Yes.
I would have folded.
Although.
I like it. You know what I tell people? They say, "Are you superstitious at all?" And I said, "Only about my bands."
He wants to push his real quick.
So these are hot right now. I wore them even to the stream. I have, you can't see them, folks, but I got my rattlesnake Vans on. When my shoes, and I have a lot of Vans, when they're hot, they
You
get
just wear
warm.
them over
Yes.
and yep.
Yeah, that's the only part of me that is superstitious.
When I buy a new sweater or something and then I lose in it, yeah, I've got to let it like cool off for a while. I won't wear it immediately after.
So it's a negative superstition for you.
I mean, or it could be the other way too.
Yeah.
Three checks.
That's interesting. Sweaters and shoes.
Yes.
We cover all the fashion poker aspects.
So as non-superstitious people, we do some silly things.
Oh my gosh! You know, I'll say this: I'm not superstitious, but I do believe that I play better when I'm thinking more positively.
Well, yeah.
So it's almost a psychological thing for me. I have this habit that I do where if I have a lot to do in a day, I do the thing I want to do least first. That's just a like putting myself in a positive work thought. So it's kind of the same thing. And shoes, my Vans, which I wear exclusively. I'm like, yeah, this looks like my outer blue Vans night.
No, yeah.
Or this looks like my rattlesnake
You're not
night.
sick. You're just dead.
Am I in trouble? I was born in a communist country too.
I'm gonna have to pay more attention now.
Oh yeah,
To my shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that.
Notice some trends.
I mean, look at the way
See
I'm
how
dressed.
if you're in a downward
But you
spiral or
see.
not.
You see, that's all
He's the number one
I've got my
seller of
Vans
Vans.
sweatshirt on too.
A little bit to get my passport when Trump first got it. They did extra vetting on me.
That's how recently you got your passport?
Yeah. Well, no, I had one before. I was renewing it.
Oh, okay.
And they red flagged. So I'm on some sort of terrorist watch apparently.
You were a poker terror.
Well, that's for sure.
Poker terrorist.
Oh, sorry.
20 bucks.
I was trying to Jedi mind trick you.
I almost took that.
So Barber's ahead with a jack.
So close.
Steady did get middle pair with 10-6. A lot of boy, we've seen a lot of range in our hands. No straight or flush draws yet. Now we have a draw, but doesn't do anybody any good that's still in the hand. And we get check.
They're like afraid to go into school.
He also is a blank. Well, folks, we hope you've enjoyed it tonight. It is a rainy, not so much foggy day anymore. Went outside and it was raining. So good time to come play poker. What else are you going to do? And if you can't get out of the house, get on Hijack Poker. Play poker online and earn real cash. Actually, with this app, you can come up to the TCH Social in Austin or any of the TCH Socials and cash in and get real cash walking out the door or take it right to the table.
I just had 60s.
So I'll put up the QR code real briefly again. If you were just trying to click it, I could just see somebody cussing me because I cut it off.
On that hand that we were both in,
And download the app today, now,
There was that
immediately.
king on the river. I'm really curious about that one.
Well, you can probably watch it.
As we get to
one
the
where
Cinco de Mayo hand.
I turned my top pair into a bluff. I'm hoping for 2 pair to get. That's what it was. I was hoping for 2 pair to fold.
Yeah, because I checked. You
Yeah.
put in the bet. He
right,
put in
Kevin,
a
I gotta
pretty
get my
big
money back.
raise.
Oh, you made it like a.
Boy, this table
Oh,
with
yeah,
its
it is
crazy
I'd rather have ace 4.
hands that everybody's
But I had
playing.
ace 8.
Excuse me.
It was my fault for not betting right on
And
flop.
then the board just completely whiffs, although Queen Jack
He had,
does
like, the jack in there.
open up, and
Whatever
the
he-
9-3 of spades has got a little something.
The weird thing is the turn was checked around. That was just the weird thing about that.
Dante will probably
I'm gonna
bet
check.
this hand.
Sorry.
No, he checks.
No, I'm just saying.
Usually,
Like,
if you flop that good with that crappy holding, you want to bet it. And he was in the cutoff, which was in position, but Steady actually with the ace-7 is going to bet.
Not how I get my money back. I said that's not how I
This
get
will
my money
clear out the field a little bit. Toe's going to stick around with his open ender.
I'm like 1-3 bets to get down the line.
Dante's going to probably call and did call with the spades.
So you won that first hand.
That looked like a jack. Can't exactly see. Yep, jack of hearts. So 6-4 of hearts would have picked up a flush draw, but nothing else. And now Toe has got a pair to go along with his open ender. Getting him an ace
Is that full house over full house hand versus?
or a 9.
Oh, that was nasty. That
Oh, yeah,
was
I guess that wasn't huge.
I took it.
That was
Yeah,
back-to-back
and then a
monster
9 or an
hands.
ace.
Maybe I'm even or down a little. I don't know.
Still spade draw.
pull the
See if
app
he
out and count
decides
later.
to call this off with.
The win cost to be up.
Just pull the stream up afterwards. Just
I
fast
saw
forward to
1
the
9
end.
and 1 ace.
Okay.
So
That's what I learned.
It's like, how much was it? Oh, okay, there it is.
You didn't have enough behind.
he does make the call.
I didn't want you to call.
Yeah.
I gotta deny equity there. I know you have equity.
See what Anna
You're
gives him.
calling on the flop.
A big old blank.
Like, just
A big bucket of nothing.
Clean outs.
I think it's better than a 9.
It is. It is.
What if I had a smaller draw?
I'll tell you, missed completely. But he's going to win with the 3.
But I feel like you
No, I'm sorry, Jack. I forgot he hit that on the turn.
You really missed everything. You had like
I know.
600 into like
a lot working for you.
2.5.
So again, I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl one more time as we approach our last hour and a half. 599 high hands, 1 winner every 15 minutes, $2 domestic drafts, jellyfish, which we talked about, 50% off the appetizers, which is what I'm most excited about.
I think that's the way to play poker.
Because I'm afraid of jellyfish, being a former diver. I got stung by man of war once.
Really?
Yeah, I had dropped my shorty, which is a short wetsuit, and there was, I guess, a tendril of a man of war on my shorty. So when you drop it, and it kind of hangs around your. You see this a lot in surfers. They do this where you're wearing them like shorts, but the top part is folded down, and that tendril then laid on my leg.
Oh, wow.
And honestly, it felt like somebody just lit this very thin line of my leg on fire. And the first thing that the local guy did when he came up and saw the line, he said, "Oh, you got the stung."
He's like, I've seen that before.
And he said, you want to pee on it.
I was wondering if you were going to say that. I saw that on a
supposedly
Friends
the uric
episode.
acid is very effective at denaturing the proteins.
There's just got to be another way.
There was. I poured a beer on it.
I need a river too, because
I poured a Bellican beer on it. Oh, aces for Toe. On a pretty straighty and flushy board. He's not going to feel that great about it. And I don't see hearts, though. Oh, yeah, there was an 8-7 of hearts.
There's 7 steady, has 7-5 for a straight on the paired board.
Yeah, and a 4 for Cole, who hasn't hit his vote. A lot for people to stick around with if nobody makes a really aggressive bet.
You're becoming like Doug.
Manny makes $75 bet.
Yourself banned from the stream.
With his
I'm
hearts.
not sure.
He could hit a straight flush with the 5, so maybe he's being very, very wishful. Saw the 5 get a straight flush on a previous hand, so that was a 5 of spades. He needs a 5 of hearts.
Well, you shouldn't fold out a turn, or you shouldn't fold when there's no action.
Toe does call with the aces once a paired board.
Like I'm kind of angled this way because of this seat, but then I'm missing it.
No clubs. Yeah, Barber does have king 10 of clubs, but again, it's on a paired board.
It's like I don't even know what I need right now.
By far the best looking
I don't even know what I need.
PLO hand pre-flop. King, queen, queen 10 with a suited king, but he has to give it up. Actually, the ace. But those aces are
They don't have friends.
Yeah, and that always irritates the fool out of me when I get that hand.
Yeah, it's hard to. Ooh, that queen.
Oh, wow.
If they would have stayed in.
Barber would have had
Got
queens
that
over
miracle.
4s, and he's really irritated right now.
Let's see.
Ace, king.
Oh.
Aces are good, but no, the 8-7 of hearts is still good. And what is good on the bottom? The 4 is gone.
7-5.
7-5? Oh, yes. We do have a straight. But again, on a paired board.
Who is potting? Oh, our set of aces is potting.
Yeah, an 8-7.
Making people make decisions with mediocre hands.
Even though they've got
They've
no
got
check
the
mark.
worst of it, but
I don't like that seat.
nobody has an amazing ride or die hand.
Yeah,
so
Manny is probably
that's a
going to
good good
give
bet.
this up. Yeah, it is a great bet. Now, Manny's up on the night, so maybe you'll feel like you can call this. But
I mean, the aces just have to have one of them fold, and then they win one of the sides.
Yep.
I'm gonna die.
That's very true.
I prefer
Aces over fours would be good.
I started playing like Mike.
I love Coke.
And that's exactly what happens. Is Steady Eddie gives up the 7-5.
I had an office.
And he sees the bad news. Aces over fours can take the bottom.
The night crew would stock it up with just sodas, candy bar. It's just every morning is
like flopping 2 pair on both boards and then holding my own out.
Sit around.
The worst fucking thing.
Oh yeah, my phone. Shit.
Oh yeah, bet pot, man. Why you gotta do that shit? You fucking sweat my bullshit.
I like that thing.
Yeah, he's a blocker, man. He's like, yeah,
bullshit.
You can't have the nuts on the bottom. I mean, you could 3-6, but 3-5. Or was that straight flush?
Yeah, you could.
It's like flop 2 pair on a monotone board.
Hit the flush.
I had all Broadway cards. I was like, yeah, double suited Broadway cards. And
Well, you gotta call, man. It's so easy to just fold.
No.
It feels good to fold when you're ahead. Call when you're behind.
Eights on bottom? Come on.
I'm not playing the bottom. I'm playing that stupid flush.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
what I'm saying. I don't really like
That flush sucks.
All right, we got a straddling seat 9.
You get 2-5 suited.
Kind of like I could think about what I need to get
I
out.
pocket 8s,
but
and then 7,
Two
10.
makes it easier to just fold.
3 calls, 4 raises, 35, 5, 6, 7, 8 fold, 9 calls.
I love 5 deuce suited. I played that against him.
3 calls.
Which hand was that?
5 deuce suited. I don't even remember.
I bet you won that pot.
Yeah, I was bluffed. I was just.
Checker bet. 9 checks.
Didn't hit anybody anywhere.
How many times tonight have we said, well, that board missed everybody?
I remember. I've been waiting.
I mean, what can you say here? That Barber has the backdoor hard draw?
And Doug has the backdoor club.
Yeah, it's about it.
Sam here? No.
Seat 9 fold.
Has he been? Who else has not been on the stream for a while? Chris. I know Chris.
Is that guy sober? I can't tell.
Yeah, he's sober. Prestige.
Manny playing the people,
acts
not the
such like a
cards.
fucking
Yep.
drunk, like, hey,
So, what do you think of OpenAI?
Natural high.
The what? AI?
Hey, OpenAI.
I don't know. What is, as opposed to closed AI?
So in the morning, you know, I'll get my very, very particular kind of coffee, and I'll go down and get at my desk, turn on the television onto some news channel, you know, so they can droll in the background. I don't give a crap what they say. And start doing some work. And they were talking about the fact that there is a new AI coding or that's been done that is open. So it's open code, so open source, and it is blowing all the AI markets out of the water because it's so much cheaper and more efficient that the stock market is taking a real down, especially the NASDAQ.
Wow.
Yeah, ChatGPT and all these others are having fits.
Yeah, I've been out of the loop.
NVIDIA is because of the processing required for AI, and evidently that invented in China. This is a open source AI code that takes a lot less
You bought Blake's hours?
CPU and a lot less energy and a lot less computing power. And
Well, I guess something like that's probably inevitable.
I agree.
So, I mean, I don't like a monopolization of any sport,
I agree.
but I think it also just lets the market know where it's going now.
Yeah.
But I am such
He can pay for his hours
not a
and
fan of
stuff,
AI. It just makes me feel like as a person a little more obsolete. But I know that's just me being not with the wave of the new world, and I mean that's where we're going.
I tell people the only AI I interact with is Hank. You know Hank?
I don't know. Hank.
He's my cat, and he looks like he's really smart because he'll sit there and stare into the distance very thoughtfully, but he's not. He is an artificial intelligence. It is not real. There is nothing going on in that little bean but dinner and dinner. I kind of feel that way about AI. Sure, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure
Yeah,
I
the
like.
way of the world. The way.
I get the little corner of my document saying, "Hey, let us do this for you," whatever they say, and I ignore it. I do use software that when I'm on a call will make a transcript and then correct it and tell me who was talking and all that.
Yeah, it's super
I'm learning to do
helpful.
that, but otherwise, so I'm like somebody that doesn't really care about the latest because I'm not going to use it.
Yeah, I'm trying to not stay current, but I'm also not wanting to get lost behind everyone
Yeah,
else.
that's amazingly great way to say it the way I think as well. Is like when it's really, really important, I'll start paying attention to it. A lot of political stuff is going on right now. Yeah. I know it makes a good show, but is it really going to change anything? So, yeah, I'll be the last one to catch up with it. I'm what they call a late adopter.
Yeah, I'm adopting them late too.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to deny it.
Yeah. I started to say I think it missed again, but actually Steady made a very good draw in hand here.
I love it. I love to see a pair and a flush draw
Oh, I
and
love a
hold 'em.
backup plan. Yeah. You have to have it in PLO.
Yeah.
You've got to have a backup plan.
I love the combo draws.
Although he's getting no action out of this.
Yeah, nobody had anything. Still pretty though.
January and February or December or this one specific thing, it's only like
those are outliers.
Yeah,
you can't include those.
So, I think we should get another PLO live stream
representative
going.
of the
That would be amazing.
Would you
Those are
like
so
that?
fun.
I mean,
Yeah.
I had so much fun last time. That was a great group. The last two streams I played in were great. It was the commentator meetup game right after the holidays, and then our PLO game. So I think I'm going to ask for one of these streams for us to have another one in the next month.
Would love it.
You show up? Are you traveling? Are you going to any tournaments?
I'm here for now. There's a lot of fun things happening in Austin soon.
Yeah,
They're
that's
in
true.
Texas.
We got ACL coming up, don't we?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wait, is that already? Eventually.
Somebody was mentioning it the other day, and I'm like, no, it's not a couple of months away. But
Time is going by so fast.
I know. January's gone.
Oh, 4-card forever. We love you too.
Oh, 4-card. Yeah, we know who that is. Hey.
Oh, well, that makes sense because we just mentioned PLO live stream and then 4-card chimes in.
It's like when somebody yells squirrel and the dog starts looking out the window. We mentioned PLO and Kenny pops his head up.
Whatever.
Miss you, Kenny. Thought about you last night.
Falkland Islands. They're all the same.
Well, there's a PLO tournament on Tuesday, so I was thinking Kenny and I, that's where we bonded over mutual irritation at our calling. Actually, he would get irritated at my calling because I was
that
bad.
sounds right.
And I would get irritated at his ability to fold. Like, really? Dude. And then he would tell me what he has, and I'm like, what? How did I not make more money? I summoned you. I did. I manifested you, Ken.
And his big line.
Look at Dante calling with the Jack 5 suited.
I love it.
I mean, he's got the best position. He'll be last to
So my burn card's out.
last to
Better
act.
safe than sorry.
He does hit, but so does the king. Kevin playing ace king. Pretty good pot size here. He's going to make it another 75.
It's a milk and bet.
And he's going to get a call from Manny, who I thought would give it up, but he does have the gut to the 4.
3 players.
Now the spades come in, which will probably slow things down. It does. It does. And it doesn't.
Now Kevin has a decision to make. He knows that he had the best hand on the flop. Does he believe that he has the straight draw or flush draw that just made on turn?
That's why I think that a flopped suit is easier than a turned suit. Because it's so much easier.
You put people on the flush draw more if there's 2 on the flop.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just blind luck that they hit their suits. And he does make the call. Let's see what Dante does to him here. He's going to check, and I'm going to say it's going to. Oh no, he shut it down. I think that's a huge amount of respect by Dante.
Yeah,
another
didn't
I
barrel.
think
think
Kevin was
just
leaving.
about anybody
It was
besides maybe
50-50.
Doug at the table,
But I would have to make
he
it pretty big. You
stabs at that
I would have
point.
to make it pretty. I was gonna say, well, I can make it like 475.
If it was chunky,
475. The board is all the straights. I don't know.
We have Jack 10?
I wish
I almost said Dante's going to make a half pot bet here.
One
He's
more spade on the
capable
river
for
would
sure.
really
He- oh,
He's
yeah.
got all
I
the
would bet
moves.
really scary
He does.
cards. I mean,
You would have bet a
Unfortunately, Kevin is
yeah,
like
yeah.
the
Four spade
anti-matter.
coming, he would have bet.
Yeah.
He's the anti-Dante.
I believe that.
Kevin definitely feels out situations very well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times in the course of the commentary I've done over the last couple of years with Kevin, where Kyle or myself or even Dante or Lottie has said, if anybody is going to make this call,
I get burned a lot.
or if anybody is going to make this hard fold,
I don't see
and
it
then
much,
it's got
but-
Kevin's
I
name.
mean, I get burned for a little pots and.
Call. C2.
I noticed like people 3-betting me like heavier, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't really work.
Send me that picture, by the way.
No.
I just thought of that. You're looking at your phone, and I thought, yeah, send me that picture. I don't do Instagram. I look at Instagram, but I will put that up elsewhere.
I wrote on our picture though. I wrote Dream Team.
Oh, and we are, and we are. Yeah, we're gonna. That's our when we combo up here. That's what we're gonna be.
The Dream Team.
The Dream Team. Cole takes it down with 7-5.
My game lacks in like value betting.
Again, we haven't, unlike last week, we don't really have any big winners or big losers that are present.
I tend to.
Doug, amazingly enough, is down 626.
Doug has just been running into it.
He has, and then he's had very little he can do much with in position, which is where he likes to play. That is his happy zone. Dante's been by far the most active, followed closely by Manny, as we've stated. A couple of new players that we don't know as well, Saad and Cole, and Toe to a certain degree.
You're not sick anymore?
No, I'm good. How are you doing?
A lot of ugly hands.
You know, I want to say that we've had under 10 big pair all night.
It's been a.
Have we seen queens at all?
No.
I mean, we've seen flopped queens on bomb pot and stuff like that, but yeah, and here's another one where we just look at the board and go, everybody whiff.
I don't think this goes that long. I think they stop at like 9, which is really soon.
Manny's going to take the opportunity. Oh no, he just hit his queen. I'm sorry, I'm misspoken.
Fucking mic'd up, bro.
I misthunk it.
You're not getting
Oh
that
shit, man.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man.
Oh, you're in conversation.
I said so many bad things about you over there.
Alright,
Anytime straight draw, flush draw.
Yeah, talking about the combos. Although it's a one-legged draw,
Sneaky.
you can only hit the jack.
Yeah. I can't afford that.
Does improve to the king though.
Hell no.
So he had so many outs there, clubs, either one of his pair, a jack, and he did catch one of them, and he's going to bet it out for 300.
Like checking at the desk, considered.
Man, he's going to fold. And he's
Yeah,
like,
it feels. That 300 feels strong.
It does.
So much easier.
Matter of fact, knowing Manny, he probably said, you know, that son of a gun called me with ace king
Yeah, the
and
food
hit.
is a world of difference.
Yeah, it does. It's awesome.
I'm seeing the table disparity becoming close.
Now, as soon as I say that, I'll curse him and
You
he'll
know, watch
call.
that have more going.
Yeah, it's like 50-50.
Yeah, it's really getting close.
Oh yes, I saw on Instagram today. Our commentator Aaron finished second in the deuce to 7 single draw.
Oh, up at Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, Aaron. Well, you know, he's a stone cold killer
Yeah,
at that
I'm not
game.
surprised at all.
I always talk about. I learned we had a tournament on Sundays
I would only play
a
a
year
tournament with
ago
like 40-minute rounds
for about
like a 500
8 weeks, And I specifically went to play deuces seven single draw because it looked like so much fun. But it's not a game you could just wander in and put cash into.
I mean, you could put cash into it.
Yeah, you're not going to leave with it. And I did it, and there was Lottie and Aaron and Mike Manis and those guys and Will who know how to play. And I got crushed the first 3 weeks, and then I started learning. And I mainly learned from Mark Mayer. I'm going to give him credit.
I love listening to him talk too when he commentates. I just learn so much every time.
Yeah, he's got, we're kind of rock and roll a little bit, as far as like very chatty. Aaron's like mellow sounds of the 70s, that voice.
Absolutely.
And so focused.
If you want to be comfortable, you got to play 1Ks or higher.
Yeah.
Give me a decent stack.
Big fan, Aaron. A-Rom.
Display mode? Display mode means that you're just sitting there like a
model. How am I always calling Doug?
Display mode.
Yeah.
That's a good term for him.
I'm always in the smaller big blind. And
He's on display.
I never get in a fight with you, so we're gonna go. We're going at it.
Oh, I got my picture. Oh, what a great picture.
Yeah, we can add a wig to him. He'll be a real mannequin.
I'm going to send that to my daughter.
Cute.
Why are you betting?
That is a very good picture. Why do I look like I've got some sort of impediment, and you look great. Why? I mean, that people are going to look at that picture and you say, "Who's Grandpa Moron sitting behind you?"
Oh my gosh!
Less than overall.
Your whole generation knows how to take pictures of themselves, though.
Oh, we're so good at selfies.
Yeah.
Candid photos, not so much.
Did you? Okay, so yeah. Do you practice the faces? That's what I want to know.
Let me get there.
No, more like practicing the angles.
The angles? So, which is my best side in that whole? Yeah. What is the best light and everything? That's like an old movie star from the 40s.
That's not a good hand though.
LP open? I'm blocking.
I was really targeting him.
Doug?
Yeah. That's why I play 9-10 offsuit. I was really
9-10 offsuit's a good hand. I like it.
Dude, the only hand I don't like are like.
There we
7
go.
deuce. I don't play 6.
I'll play 7 deuce.
8 deuce.
I don't play deuce 3 really.
9 deuce. 9-3 is like suited.
7 deuce I play.
I love that Dante is basically rolling out no hands.
Yes.
Depends on the day. I'm gonna play the 8-3.
And it's funny. You think that he's kind of just
embellishing an image.
Yes.
No, it's the truth.
It's the truth, and yet he's targeting a specific kind of.
Oh yeah.
Like him just saying, "I'm targeting him with the 10-9." He's kind of like stirring the pot a little bit.
No, yeah.
He does that with me all the time.
See? In your face.
And the conversation, like Daniel Negrado talks about the verbal diarrhea, is so uniform that it's impossible to put him on any kind of verbal plays.
Conversation is definitely for him.
You probably should have.
For Dante
Yeah. Well, I would say right now our ratio, which Manny takes down with deuces here, of small pairs to big pairs is about 4-1. We've had 5s, 4s, deuces, 6s, 5s. Again, very, very few large hands tonight, which is kind of reflected in this scale here. This has not been by virtue of the cards that were dealt, a particularly actiony stream tonight. I'd say it was. Everybody's had fun, but it's not. We started off the first 10 hands going like, "Oh cow, this is going to be."
Oh yeah,
huge.
and all in first hand. I mean, for Doug's seen the coolers. Cole's seen some bad ones.
Yeah.
We've all had our pains, but then they've climbed back, so it's been pretty balanced.
Yeah, it has been. It has been. Nobody's been a big loser. Just James had a bad night, but he's home with his boy right now, which there is nothing but goodness about that.
Yeah.
There are some ages that I just love. 2 to 5 was my favorite. My daughter and I.
Well, I mean, I'd rather be there, but.
Talk about putting butter on a kid's head.
She was precious. Reading all my bluffs.
Now she's 32 and decidedly not precious. She would not want Precious to be her.
Why do you want to be on the right of Kevin though?
Her moniker. Her
Yeah,
pronoun.
Decisions might be easier. That's all I'm saying.
So we got a bunch of poor aces.
I mean, the
way I play doesn't really matter.
One check.
Play the same.
4-2-5 is looks like the 5 is all that's hit right now.
Kevin will probably bet this one.
Yeah, that board. Why wouldn't he?
Letting see the turn.
Yeah.
Now we got a flush draw by Barber.
And Manny's got the queen.
Manny always seems to have the
Yeah, he
queen.
does. He seems to hit the turn a lot. He does.
Wow, this game's moving fast. 8:45.
So that's probably going to bring Barber in if he wasn't coming in already.
Yeah, I think that gives some pot odds for sure.
Probably the latest we've ever gone without Manny like complaining about.
Tell me what more
And a complete blank again on the river.
Yeah, Kevin's gonna check, Barber's gonna check, and Manny's gonna take it down.
Yeah, it does bring it the 4-liner to the 6 for a straight, but Dante's not in the hand, so nobody's going to
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
And the best hand is in last position, so there's not a lot of movement or bluffing before.
Yeah.
I want to see what you got.
And he decides to check his queen.
Not a little slow roller. Look at this
He's gonna
guy.
roll this over.
Kind of weird roll.
I was worried about you. I wasn't worried about him.
I'm going to go get a Diet Coke.
Okay, have fun.
This has been a very relaxed kind of stream. We haven't had a lot of
I know, right?
to commentate on. I appreciate everybody joining us tonight.
Every hand I'm in,
Sam here.
I'm like at 25%.
You got to do your Aaron imitation.
Oh, I do not have it. I will not do any impression
totally,
on.
What are we doing? Are we doing a
Wow,
bomb?
you suck. And now you'll never catch up because I'll be in every hand no matter what.
Every time I get in the hand, he's coming
Caleb's over there.
36.
You gotta make it big. You gotta make it big.
70% though. That's like records.
I have no idea what they just did.
No.
But I'm winning.
I said I was
I don't want to
32.
know.
I
I thought I was higher, to be honest.
Well, you came in.
I think we're talking about VPIP.
Oh, they are talking about the VPIP probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 12.
And, you know, and not surprisingly, Cole has brought his up a little
I've gotta be in
bit,
the
but
team.
Doug
I have to be in the team.
and Sod have been fairly good.
29, let's have
What's
it.
bottom?
How do you force
Which
it?
one you want to be like?
I usually try for 28. I usually try exactly.
What are you? 20?
All right, I'll be right back, folks. Sam,
Where are you at, Kev?
do Aaron.
I'll
it's
work.
tied.
Take it down real
It's never
intellectually
happening.
and talk in your lowest register.
We're tied.
Ooh, well, I'll consider it.
I could do a lot.
No. He has
Teams are tied.
Those are both
Yeah.
characters.
I'm a little higher than Manny, which is expected, and Kevin's higher than Doug by
I'm
the
third
same
place.
amount.
I'm third place.
Wow.
Third place like 40%. Get out of here.
41.
Yeah. You gotta get in the
Give it that
50s or
one.
60s, man. We're in the 70s over here.
That's pretty high
tonight.
for you.
I don't
You're
know.
like 30. I'm just saying.
Seat 7 checks, 8 checks.
50.
9 bets 50.
50?
Folds. 2 calls, 3 calls, 4 folds.
Yeah, so I do need to start raising to get
Doug
Dawson
has
the
a
fuck out of
great hand with the 4 and an open ender.
I know, I fucking
The best part about
He
that
has top
strategy
pair.
is you just told me what that.
That's fine. I'm gonna
485.
push
How
you
much?
in. Dude, like a kiddie pool.
I don't.
Make you get
The
in
money.
there. Get in there.
The money's not going. I mean,
350.
What are you doing?
Give a
Why,
shit.
why you did that last time?
385.
385.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my god.
Hold on. I thought you bet 100.
Who's got the biggest stack? Can I match it? Yeah.
But maybe not for the reasons you'd think, though.
Oh, I just want.
Bull getting out
I have
with
the
just
biggest-
one part
I got
of
like
this
4 or something.
bomb pot. Good fold.
Seat 9 call. Seat 2 folds.
What's the bet? 3 what?
385.
That's a lot of money just for the flop. Everything changes.
mean, it's just screaming, you know what it is.
Okay, so right now that looks like we're still chopping currently, with Doug having a 10 for the high on the top.
Got you. I don't think he left his. No, I didn't act. I'll check.
All right, check. He had a check.
Oh.
That's 3
Do I
hands.
take
Okay.
it back?
Yeah, no,
No,
it's
no,
okay.
not played. You check.
Thanks.
And then now Doug. Pop.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Okay. Well, I reminded him.
Oh, that's smart. Good looking out there.
Yeah.
That's a goaltender.
All right, this is going to be a big river.
You think this stream has been entertaining?
It's just
Average?
flat. It's just me and you.
Wow, that river
We can get a home game.
gave Doug all of
Did,
it.
what's this say?
Doug knows that that 10 is a very good river for him.
The stream?
16.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I went on the stream and just commented.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. During the game?
Send me home, Doug.
That's a call.
Oh, you did it. You did it. You send me home.
We have 10, 6.
Huge
And I have
pot.
ace jack on
We got
top?
10s and 4s over here. We got jack, ace. No,
Oh,
he's got
4
10s over
deuce.
here.
I'll find you later.
10-4. Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Is that a long time? All right.
That's a.
I wasn't going to fold that.
That was a no.
Where the river comes forward.
That is a
Both,
scoop
yeah.
for
He's got
Doug. Rough. Rough for
Yeah.
Eddie.
Nice
Man.
hand up.
Thank you.
Damn.
Good hand,
You
Doug.
out of here?
Yeah, I'm gone.
All right, man. Good
I'm
playing
good.
with you.
So
See you
bad.
next time.
Yeah.
15. Hold on, Eddie.
I beat a 10. I made an nitty fold in the flop.
Cool.
I think sort of.
Well, I certainly can add chips now.
Like a really big piece.
13.
Doug.
No, I mean, well, your decision makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll never. The bad part about that is we'll never see that money again.
Nope.
That shit is locked up.
Folded 10, 7.
Unless he's got like.
Air.
Yeah.
Why
All right, man.
Why is there change?
Good game, man.
We had a little bit more.
Didn't he pot it and
Like
repot?
10s I can maybe.
Yeah, but he had
even
more,
10s,
so
it's
he
like
can't
a bomb,
do
but
that.
it's like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
middle
How much
there.
can I add on?
Pot was 16.05.
And I'm blocking my own
Oh,
no
okay.
downs. So I
My
like it.
explanation is good.
I mean, that's
Four
bad.
Ace
was
10 was good?
Seat 4
I just
wanted,
kinda-
Ace 10 on top?
wants to add on. How much can he add on?
I mean, it's wild you won the top.
Button stays.
I had aces.
He had
Hey,
just such
keep
a
me.
You
one
can
way.
add on 4K.
Poor guy.
Thank you.
A bit of bad luck.
How much was
I went
that?
out on 4K.
No, I haven't told them yet. Been watching the carnage. So we just had a huge hand bomb pot where Eddie gets all of it taken away to Doug.
Wow.
A big, big river card. Okay, so we got some news. And we have our video froze, so we have 3 more hands.
I saw you.
Yeah, we're going to be a little short tonight, but we appreciate everybody joining us. Of course, I left the room. That's why we had a big
Yeah,
hit.
no, he actually broke it. He's got places to go, I guess.
Yeah. He broke the video and obviously is the big chip leader now. The profit leader.
Yeah, that was, yeah. Doug's got a smile on his face now.
They want to know if you can
That is
call
a wild
somebody and fill up
Yeah,
some
but I like Doug's face better on smiling. Tony says, "Bink."
Just I need
And
somebody
it
out. You don't have enough.
That's I always say that when somebody hits, especially all in hands where the cards are face up, like in a tournament.
Not right now, but I will. How much you got?
You get a lot more opportunity to say it in PLO.
I'm adding
I mean,
4.
we're kind of bored.
Doug, you got an orange chip?
By the way, folks, speaking of PLO, tomorrow night we have our bomb pots tournament. Come down and play bomb pots.
I think I'm going to try it.
It's really fun. Everybody, again, there's no bluffing in bomb pots to speak of.
Don't listen to Tom. Bluff all you want.
Yeah, please, 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 bluff. So, did you do your Aaron imitation?
I am. I'm going to do it after hand 70.
Oh.
So, y'all won't hear it, but I will. He's gonna be talking like this. And
I don't care if I got them covered or not.
I can't do it. I wanted
You
to.
wanna do
I
it
was.
so bad.
I'm gonna practice it at home and come back ready.
No, I just
So
figured
we're
I'm
rolling
gonna
out
double up.
hand 6.
I'm gonna replace Aaron.
Hannah's in the box still.
Yeah, I just need a double.
He sounds a little bit like a golf commentator, but I love listening to him.
Oh my
I
gosh.
did. Lottie
That's
is so the
great.
opposite. I love listening
Lottie's
to
very
him too.
characters.
I mean, no, just double up's good.
Oh, he hits the queen.
Blake is here.
We've got a great group of commentators here.
He calls.
All the personality.
We do.
I offered.
I love like the New York voice mix.
I do too.
I'll pay more too. I'll give him $11 an hour to play. So they can just sit there and fold and make $11.
Yeah, our video is starting to get a little goofy. Can we blame the weather?
Let's blame the weather.
Let's blame OpenAI.
Yeah, definitely it's OpenAI's fault.
This is looking good for me.
We do apologize. Haven't had an issue with this in a long time. And any time where I can't watch Anna deal, I feel cheated.
If you told me to pick, I would have picked.
So great. All right, again, I always do this, folks. You're gonna have to listen to this for 2 seconds. Like I've ever taken 2 seconds to say anything, but I do. I love our dealers. I think we've got the all-star team in Austin here. Come down. We have the greatest crew. We have the greatest service personnel. We have the greatest front group. I might even say something nice about management.
I think Cal's having a good season.
Nah,
He's on like make the first team, whatever, all-star starters.
TCH is the best.
So come down for the Bomb Hut tournament tomorrow night. It's a lot of fun.
Statistically, he's down, but he just has so many more options on his team.
I think it's $120. I think that's definitely
although there's a ton of add-ons and rebuys.
Oh, is it?
So we never have an overlay. It's actually pays out pretty well because of that.
Love to hear.
And it's the deuce. We haven't seen trips in a while. But not much for Manny to call with. That doesn't mean he won't. If he thinks his ace is good, he does not. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and at the end, because it's a ante, the antes get huge, and you'll have huge amounts in the center of the table before you ever get to the flop. And consequently, you can be pretty much, say, in the final table in 8th place, and suddenly be the chip leader in 2 hands. So that's pretty much how bomb pots are.
I've yet to play a bomb pot tournament, and I been meaning to.
Oh yeah, come down tomorrow night.
I think I will.
Bring Blake with you. Is he a bomb pots guy?
He's an everything kind of guy, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's everything.
I don't know how much money I have.
It's just for show.
If you're on Blake, I just threw up my mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
If we straddle, we can get it all in. But without straddles, it's never getting.
Yeah, it's the only way.
40.
Oh shit, cooler the fuck out of them. Maybe drunk Josh will show.
8.
Good talkative group tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it.
2 folds. 4 folds. 8 ones. Button's right.
All right, and this is the last hand of the night with us.
Well, I enjoyed it, Sam. Thank you.
Yeah, I always love commentating here, especially with Tom. We're the dream team over here.
You know, I was going to let you keep talking until you said something nice about me. Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Oh, from whenever.
Like you said, we have a good group of commentators.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shot.
15?
Is that influencing?
And shout out to David, Coop, and our producer in-house, Kristen.
It's encouraged.
Anna and Megan tonight.
I had a certain dollar amount before I got.
Everybody did a great job.
It's passive aggressive, Manny.
I think we're all.
OpenAI, not so
Manny with
much.
the first.
Oh, we get kings
big
on the last
pair,
hand.
half.
Nice. We haven't had big pairs. We've been talking about it.
I remember you had an extra
Very
stack of
few.
black chicks that you put on top of
See
it.
if somebody's got something they can call
I-
me.
I-
Ace 10,
Oh.
7s, looking better.
46, 47. Well, I'm probably wrong. 47.
Manny raises to $10. Gets 3 bets to 25 with Ace 10. Now, if I got kings and I'm playing this hand, there will be an ace on the flop.
25
You
to
didn't give
25.
anyone change?
No, I'm probably wrong. I counted it beforehand. That's all. But he counted it wrong.
Okay.
They'll give you $100 if you make the lake.
You know, is it just me, but
Huh?
Anna and Doug
Pay you
sitting that
$100
close?
if you make the lake
Is
come.
that Beauty and the Beast? Is that a
No, yeah,
representative
he's-
of Beauty and the Beast? I think so.
You're funny.
Love
Doug,
that
don't
movie.
take that from him.
When is the last time you missed a stream?
Now, why did you assume Doug was the Beast? He is. He is a beast.
To 310. 8 folds. The first raise was 230. First raise was 25. Second raise was 230. The third raise was to 310.
I learned my lesson last time with that hand.
Let's see an action-y flop. And that is not.
That is not it. I do not think Kevin loved to see that one.
Oh, no, he hates it. There's nothing for him to do anything with. And
Gotta
that's
go.
how we wrap up. Pretty much like ran all night. Thank you, everybody.
Boy,
Appreciate you having us. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
See you next time. This is Uncle T with Sam. We're out.
We're not like if he had the ace of diamonds.
Sadly, no.
And
I could adjust that.